Hello to all the true Cape West heads out there. The time has come to continue the mystery. Actually, conclude even. I think we might be near the end. Oh, and we walk, and somebody's here. My buzzer suddenly sounds. Who's that? Let's see. Oh, it's you. Frank Raver? The guy who was my initial suspect for who gave Kyle the order sheet. But we know he's investigating this case as well. I have something I'd like to ask you, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, what is it? I just heard something from Dylan. He told me that you, Rex, and Marie from room 206 had a little gathering on the roof. Not long ago, either. Was he right? Oh, that's right. He gave me a picture and was like, hey, you see the people in this photo? Yeah, avoid them. And we did the exact opposite. What if we did? I don't see that it's got anything to do with you. I thought I made it clear when we last spoke. You were supposed to keep your nose out of these things. I thought we'd reached an agreement that you would no longer interfere. I distinctly remember telling you to avoid contact with the people in that picture. Right. You did say something like that. But I don't remember us coming to any kind of agreement over what I'd do. Oh, you don't, do you? You don't let your desire for truth come between me and my investigation, Mr. Hyde. Look, I'm not out to get in your way, all right? It's not like I woke up and decided, better chat with Rex and Marie on the roof. Then what was your reason for talking to them? Sorry to be the one to break this to you, Frank, but we've got a similar agenda. We both need to find something out before leaving this dump. I beg your pardon? I just happened to have a few questions I needed to ask them. So I went ahead and did it. Simple as that. You had questions for them? Would you care to tell me what you asked and why? Listen, Frank, you really want to know what we talked about up there? Well, naturally, that's why I'm asking. Well, as it happens, I have some questions for you first. You and Dylan seem very keen to find out what we talked about up there. Why is that? That's because... Also, I'd like you to know that I've been looking into you too, Frank. You have? Not only you, either. I've done some research on Kathy McGrath's murder that happened here 13 years ago. Research, that's an interesting way to put it. As in, I ran into her son and he almost shot me. And last but not least, I've been looking for the elusive condor. Oh, you're as elusive as a condor. Oh, it's you, the most common greeting I get. Oh, it's you. So that's how it is. And what, may I ask, have you found out? Pretty much everything you know. I seriously doubt that, Mr. Hyde. There's no way you've been able to obtain the same level of information as me. I think it's about time you stopped exaggerating. I'm aware of the fact you were a detective, and you made your way here from Manhattan. But I was on the LAPD when the incident occurred, and I've been investigating it ever since. There's no way on Earth you could be more informed than I am, Mr. Hyde. That's right. You keep telling yourself that, old man. Oh! Go to bed, old man. Actually, I know quite a lot about the incident, and about your past to boot. Then let's see just what you think you know, shall we? Tell me what you know about me. I know now. I know your name came up in internal investigation. No, Niles behind Condor. I know Niles behind Condor. The last guy who tried to expose the connection wound up in the morgue. Mr. Hyde, whether that's the truth or not, it doesn't answer my question. Don't sweat it. I found out plenty about your past, too. I know that when you were in your 40s, you were singled out in an internal investigation. What? I see. Seems I may have been a tad hasty judging your talents, Mr. Hyde. How did you make so much progress in your investigation, may I ask? Didn't I already tell you? We share a similar agenda. We both want to find something out before leaving here. Yeah, you did say that. You said on finding out what happened in the incident 13 years ago. And I'm looking into another incident that happened here a long time ago. Really? Which incident might that be? One that happened 25 years ago. What? Frank. Did you know? Do you know what happened 25 years ago? Of course I do! Mr. Hyde, tell me, what are you trying to discover about the incident 25 years ago? I'm trying to find something. To be precise, I want to find the Scarlet Star that went missing from Hotel Cape West. Did you say Scarlet Star? How the hell did you learn about the Scarlet Star, Mr. Hyde? Let's see. You know about the Scarlet Star? Frank, you know about the Scarlet Star? Of course I do! I like... He's just multiple like, of course! If I'm not mistaken, it was kept secured in the safe at Hotel Cape West. It was well protected there. But by means beyond what I know, it simply disappeared. Only the hotel manager, Michael McGrath, was likely to know what happened to it. Michael McGrath. Now, Mr. Hyde, please tell me how you came to know about the Scarlet Star. I heard it firsthand from Michael McGrath's son. Michael McGrath's son? He was told about it by his father, Michael, prior to his death. He was the one that sent me after it in the first place. So, Michael McGrath is dead, am I right? Yeah. He died of an illness 3 years ago, called ligma. Before he died, he told his son who was responsible for the death of his wife, Kathy. I see. He's called Frank. Of course I do. Raver, yes. old course I do over here. It would appear that we have a lot to discuss, Mr. Hyde. You're probably right. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde, but I'm going to have to stop there for now. What? It appears we have a lot to discuss. But I'm going to have to leave now. LOL, never mind, Frank Rip. Yeah. Let's meet again later and continue this conversation. Sure. Probably for the best. Where shall we meet? Shall we say Lucky's Cafe at 5? That'd work. I'll be there. Until then, Mr. Hyde. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Ed's back already? Huh? It's my phone. Did Ed just like dash out the door? Hello? From the other end of the line, I can hear a shaky voice. Who's that? It's me, Mr. Hyde. Oh, it's Marie. Marie, what do you want? I'm scared, Mr. Hyde. Why? What happened? There's somebody outside my room. They've been there for a while now. Somebody's outside your room? I think they're keeping tabs on me. I'm so scared. Sit tight. And whatever you do, do not leave your room. I'll be over right away. Okay, hurry. Who the hell could it be? For some reason, I have like a mental picture of a guy in a condor costume standing outside the door, trying to look inconspicuous. It's Dylan. Oh no, he needs a new coat. No, Dylan, run! Marie, get out of there! All right. Oh, it is Dylan. It is Dylan. Dylan. Hey. Hi, Mr. Hyde. What are you doing here? Nothing much. More maintenance, huh? Yes, that's right. Don't lie to me. Ooh, what? Tell me what you're really doing hanging around here. What I'm really doing? I don't understand. Don't play dumb with me. You were desperate to find out what happened on the roof. Then you went out of your way to speak to Frank. And now you're loitering in front of Marie's room? What are you after? What are you trying to imply, Mr. Hyde? You're jumping to conclusions. Dylan looks annoyed as he moves away and heads up to the 3rd floor. I don't trust him one bit. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. I think we gotta go follow him. Alright. So he's in 304, right? Dylan, are you in there? I'm a little busy right now. Too bad, because we need to talk. Maybe I could just come back later. I'm worried about Marie. Okay. All right. He's on, the 1980 version of Reddit right now, complaining about Kyle. Who's there? I hear Marie's voice from inside her room. It's me, Kyle. Mr. Hyde? Open the door. We need to talk. Okay, just a moment. Your mystery stalker has been unmasked. It was Dylan. Dylan? Yeah, I caught him hanging out around here just now. Why would he be hanging around here? He's been curious about the chat me, you, and Rex had up on the roof. He tried to get me to spill the beans earlier. Why would he care what we talked about? Turns out that he knew you even before coming here. He did? How? Apparently he was called to your old place to do some repair work on the pipes. Funny. I can't remember him. Besides, we always use the same company to take care of any pipe trouble. I'm absolutely positive that he has never been to my old house. Interesting. I know he was up to something, but this really is suspicious. Marie, I need you to show me something. You remember the letter you received? I need to see it. Of course. Here. I take the threatening letter. So I guess Rex wasn't the sender of this letter after all. I could only mean... Mr. Hyde, are you about to suggest that the person who sent me this was... Yeah, I think I am. Do you mind if I keep a hold of this for now? Not really, but what do you plan to do with it? Never you mind. Don't worry, though. Won't cause you any trouble. Marie, I'll be back. Don't let anyone into your room until I say so. I suppose I'll just have to trust you, then. Yeah, Kyle's gonna go bust down Dylan's door. Let's go. Alright. Dylan, I want you to write a letter. A threatening one. Let's go. There he is. Mr. Hyde. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of busy right now. This won't take long, Dylan. I've got something to show you. What is it? Not here. Inside. Inside? Trust me, if anyone saw me showing you this, your life wouldn't be worth living. Oh! That's rough. I suppose you'd better come in then. Was he packing something away? Like, trying to leave, maybe? Huh, interesting. Looks like you're busy getting ready for the big move, huh? Yeah.
Packing your stuff up, were you? Guess that would explain why you're flustered. Were you planning on heading out somewhere later?
Yeah, just going out.
I see.
That's why I can't really give you much of my time at the moment. What was it you wanted to show me?
This.
Okay, what is it? The threatening letter.
Does it look familiar? In case you haven't noticed, it's a threatening letter that was sent to Marie.
Oh, is that what it is?
There's no more hiding, Dylan. I know exactly who you are.
I don't know what you mean. Oh! Wait! I get it! He works for Condor! Or Nile! He's a Nile operative! Oh my gosh! The obvious creepy guy is in fact a creepy guy.
Don't give me that bull. Tell me who you are.
Please, Mr. Hyde, don't shout at me like that.
Then start talking. We can start with what you were really doing outside Marie's room.
Right.
Dylan, I know what you were doing. You were
performing maintenance on the... Yes!
Dylan, I've got you all figured out. I know your real identity. You're this building's maintenance man.
Keeping tabs on Marie.
You were keeping tabs on Marie.
What? I was just doing what I was told to do. What you were told to do?
You knew Marie before you came here. Or so you claim.
That's right. I did. I used to do the plumbing in her old house.
Wait. Something doesn't add up, Dylan.
Yeah, you've never been to Earl Hor... She says she doesn't remember you.
She says she doesn't remember you.
Guess I'm an easy-to-forget kind of guy, then. But even if she's forgotten, I still remember. Guess she must have a bad memory or something.
Don't try to be smart. It doesn't suit you. Dylan, you better start telling me the truth.
Mr. Hyde. You knew Marie, so you claim. That's right, I did. Used to do the plumbing in her old house. Okay, here. Do I say the other thing? You've never been to...
You've never been to her old house.
What?
She told me that whenever they had problems, they used the same service. So now we've established that you haven't been there. How do you really know her?
That's because I was given some information about her. By who? Who told you to watch Marie?
Dylan, who told you to watch Marie?
I can't tell you that.
Not that it matters, I already know the answer.
Yeah? Who do you think you know?
I know who told you to watch her. It was Nile. It was Nile.
Nile?
That's it, isn't it, Dylan?
I don't believe it.
How the hell did you manage to find out so much? You wrote that threatening letter to Marie under the orders of Nile, which means you were likely placed here to watch over the tenants and send out letters.
What can I say? My job was to stay here and watch over those women. Yeah, he is. He's a Nile agent. Oh, wow. Yeah, what kind of information?
What kind of information did you receive?
That would be...
It was information you had to relay to her, wasn't it?
That's right. But do you know what kind of information it was?
Sure, it was about...
Her and her husband not getting along. Her and her husband working for Condor.
It was about her brother and husband working for Condor.
Right again. Marie was a relative of ex-Condor operatives. She didn't know this, even after the both of them had died. Condor may have disappeared 13 years ago, but it left behind some women who would come in handy for Nile. Condor proved to be a useful subject to Nile in more ways than one. Which women would they be? Yeah.
The women you were supposed to watch. Which women would they be?
Do you really need to ask? I thought you'd have figured it out by now.
Tell me!
Well, it's Marie and that Patrice woman, of course. Patrice especially. I'm sure she's still hiding something in her room.
Mags is hiding something in her room?
Yeah. There's no mistaking it if you've watched her like I have. Alright. How did Nile hope to use Condor?
How did Nile hope to use Condor?
I thought that would have been obvious. They used them to liaise with the LAPD.
Liaise with the LAPD?
Sure, as you no doubt already know.
Not a single member of Condor was taken down. Why do you think that was? It was because of the corrupt element in the department working on the Condor cases. Oh. Oh. Well, Mr. Hyde, it looks like you finally managed to expose my true identity. It looks that way. When did you realize? I knew there was something fishy about you as soon as we started having our little chats. You figured me out in a single week, huh? Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have spoken to you so much. If I had taken that approach, I might have been able to get to the end of my stay here without arousing any suspicion. And just continue to be maintenance man Dylan. Still, guess there's no use crying over spilt milk. Come to think of it, maybe the timing was pretty good. Hold it right there. What do you mean the timing was pretty good? What are you planning now? I've just got one thing left to do. Let them know that Kyle Hyde is onto them and is likely to be an obstacle. What did you say? What's the matter? Scared of big, bad Niall? You must have guessed that once you'd expose me, you'd put yourself into the line of fire. Don't tell me you never considered it. Sure I did. But you think that's gonna put me off? I won't be intimidated by scum like you. Well, I admire your nerve. With guts like that, you're wasted being a salesman. Yeah, I hear a lot of that. I got nerve all right. Enough of it to shoot an ex-partner of mine who worked for Niall. I may have quit the force, but there are certain things you can't shake off. Dylan, I don't get many opportunities to chat to criminal lowlifes like you anymore. Hey, don't push it. So I'd like to use this chance to ask you something. You're gonna tell them that I've blown your cover, but what's gonna happen to you? What are you trying to say? You really think they're gonna keep a guy around who can't even remain in disguise? Mark my words. Based on the Niall I know, this isn't gonna end well. At least, not for you. You'll be the first to disappear. What do you mean by that? I'm pretty sure that once you've given them what they want, they'll figure there's no sense in keeping somebody whose cover has been exposed. And then, what do you think will happen to you? Can't exactly hand yourself over to the LAPD, can you? Not after what you told me just now. If Niall really does have a mole on the force, and you hand yourself in, you'd be digging your own grave. Are you threatening me? Not at all. Just letting you know the facts. Then, when they've disposed of you, it won't be long before they take me out too. It's not gonna be like that! I'm sure of it! Come on, Dylan, wise up! What are you gonna do? I haven't got a clue! What can I do? You got yourself into a real fix. Come on, answer me! Maybe we can strike up some kind of deal. Here's what I'm thinking. Since my life's also in danger, perhaps if we agreed to keep recent events to ourselves, we can both make a clean break. By the time Niall realizes the lack of contact means you've gone, he'll come looking, but you would have gained yourself a couple of days head start. A couple of days? That's not going to stop them. Where the hell can I run to? Not to mention, how can I be sure you'll keep quiet about me? If you're stuck for somewhere to run, call me tomorrow night. I know a way you can escape undetected. Whether you choose to believe me or not is totally your call, though. Dylan. Huh? Dylan's right arm moves. Oh! Don't move. What you said sounds good, but I'm not so sure I'm the kind of guy who believes everything at face value. It's decision time, Dylan. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna have to think about all this. That stuff you said, that's something I can't decide upon lightly. After all, both our lives are in danger here. You got that right. So I figure we've lived here under the same roof for a while now. I think we can reach some sort of agreement. Here's what I'll do. I'll wait until tomorrow night to give you my answer. Before then, Neither I nor Niall will make any sort of move. I think we could both do with some rest tonight. I'll just stand still and don't make a move until I'm out of here. You got that? Catch you later, Mr. Hyde. Dylan gives me a sarcastic little smile as he leaves the room.
Well, what a revelation. Oh, please, Kyle was wasted as a salesman. How many other people could manage to rake $6 in a single day? That's right. A whole $6. Yuck. Dylan. So, okay, that explains now why he has a angel opening a door, right?
A framed jigsaw puzzle is hanging on the wall. Picture on the puzzle is of an angel.
Oh, come on, Kyle. I kind of wish he would update, you know? Like, Kyle would be like, oh yeah, I guess it makes sense now why he had an angel opening a door, given that he's a Nile operative.
Better let Marie know about Dylan.
Alright. Hey Marie, you know that handyman guy? Yeah, it turns out he's actually with the criminal organization that was the puppet master behind the organization that your brother and husband worked for. Anyway, have a nice life. See ya. All right.
Who's there? I hear Marie's voice from inside her room. It's me, Kyle.
Ah, Mr. Hyde.
Open the door.
Okay. Just a moment.
Dylan was behind the threatening letter you received.
What?
He was also the person keeping tabs on your whereabouts.
So, he is with Niall after all?
Yeah, he is. The good news is that after I exposed him, he left.
Really? He's gone?
Yeah. Let's just say I gave the guy a little scare that sent him packing. It should be enough to keep him away until you're safely out of town, anyway.
Mr. Hyde.
Here's your letter back.
Mr. Hyde, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna take the chance and leave.
I see.
Please don't worry about me. After all, I already told you I'm stronger than I look.
Marie.
You've helped me so much. After talking to you, I think I'm ready to make a run for it. No matter what lies ahead. Thank you for everything.
As soon as I leave here, lock the door and don't let anyone in. You got that? And when you leave tomorrow, don't tell a soul what you're doing.
"4 p.m. All right. Alrighty.
4 o'clock. Better make my way to see Mags.
Here we go. Right. That's right, we're gonna have that conversation with Mags before the conversation with Frank. Got it. Alright. Who is it?
It's Kyle Hyde.
Oh, Mr. Hyde.
You said 4 o'clock, right? Care to open the door? I've got something really important that we need to talk about.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde. I'm a little busy at the moment. Could we continue the chat from this morning another time?
Are you serious?
Now isn't a very good time. Please, come back later.
Now what? Maybe I should just head back upstairs and try again later.
If this was Skyrim, you'd just hit the wait key and wait an hour. Oh, Mr. Hyde. Oh, Frank.
Great, now Frank wants me.
I've been looking for you.
I thought we were meeting up later. What do you want?
You were in Dylan's room earlier, am I right?
Yeah.
He looked quite agitated when he left. May I ask what happened in there?
He's gone. Cut his losses and left.
He left?
As it turns out, he's on Niall's payroll. Once I'd managed to get that out of him, he fled.
It's all slotting into place. Looks like it's true about him being the person Niall sent here, then. It seems my instincts haven't let me down after all.
Did you suspect Dylan?
Yeah.
Did you suspect Dylan?
In a manner of speaking.
Did you manage to uncover something about Dylan, then?
Well, not directly, but I noticed how defensive he was.
So what put you onto him?
There was something strange about him. Something he just couldn't hide. Kind of like a smell that can only be picked up by seasoned detectives like me.
Guess he set off your detective instincts.
Yes, you could say that. I noticed that his movements seemed deliberate. They were done to match hers.
Hers?
Yes, Mrs. Patrice, of course. And when you understand what kind of woman she is, as I do, you would appreciate that Dylan's movements are rather suspicious. That was the motivation behind me wanting to investigate where he was frequenting.
What kind of woman do you think she is?
Yeah.
What kind of woman do you think Mrs. Patrice is?
Of course, I had my own information about her, but after hearing yours, I deduced that Mrs. Patrice is quite clearly the wife of a villain. Her late husband, George Patrice, was a close friend of Michael McGrath, the one-time owner of Hotel Cape West. He also just happened to be the prime suspect in the murder of Kathy McGrath. You told me that you were able to have a conversation with Michael's son. I would think that he would have told you then that he had marked a certain individual as Kathy's murderer.
And that individual was George Patrice.
Precisely. This was the same conclusion that the first detective on the case came to.
So George Patrice was the number one suspect, huh?
That's what the detective in charge of the original case thought, at least. At the time of the victim's death, he was absent from the party and without an alibi. Conveniently for him, though, his wife Margaret provided him with an alibi later on.
Do you believe he was responsible for the murder?
I must admit, I do.
I see.
Not only that, I also firmly believe that he knew the whereabouts of the missing Scarlet Star.
What?
And if Niall had been using Dylan to watch Mrs. Patrice, then there's no doubt.
Let me get this straight. Earlier, you said there was only one person who knew where the Scarlet Star was, and that person was the hotel manager, Michael McGrath. Why, then, would you say that George Patrice knew?
I meant that McGrath was the only person working at the hotel who knew. But when we're talking about George Patrice, Condor's ringleader, well, I find it hard to believe he didn't know all there was to know. Oh, he was the man behind Condor? There's something more I have to say about the Scarlet Star, though. Whoa, this is big stuff. Let's see, where was Dylan frequenting? Let's ask that first.
Where was Dylan frequenting?
The 4th floor and the basement. Vacant rooms, too. He also tended to enter other tenants' rooms, insisting he was merely doing maintenance. I can't tell you how many times I spotted him leaving room 306, for example. It goes without saying that he would enter Mrs. Patrice's room as well.
What do you think he was up to?
Monitoring and information gathering, all to find clues to locate the Scarlet Star.
He was looking for it? So Dylan knew about it too? They let some underling know about the Scarlet Star?
Seriously. And Dylan, of all people.
What else do you know?
I had intended to talk about that in the cafe.
Come on, you've mentioned this much. I think you need to tell me everything.
You're very persuasive, Mr. Hyde. This is how I see it. Michael McGrath was in possession of the Scarlet Star, but when his wife was killed off, he naturally became frightened and hid it where nobody else would be able to find it.
You mean like in a building that used to be a hotel?
Indeed. And I'm positive that he left some sort of means to locate it again later on. He must have figured that at some point somebody would try to obtain the Scarlet Star.
He thought that someone would come looking for it?
Yes, the same people that knew the truth behind its disappearance.
But who are those people?
Condor ringleader George Patrice and his wife Margaret. Mike Porter and Peter Rivet, too. Naturally, Niall would have been aware as well.
Mike and Peter were part of Marie's family.
The only ones to survive up until the present day are Mrs. Patrice and Niall.
Not of all the people who knew the truth behind how the Scarlet Star disappeared. Only Mrs. Patrice and Niall are left. Hold on. Frank, there's one more person who knew about the disappearance of the Scarlet Star.
There is?
You. You know exactly how it came to be missing, don't you? If you won't come clean now, this conversation is over.
Fine. Have it your way. At Burger King. The reason I've been looking into the events of this building's past is to restore a certain reputation. A reputation, eh? He's not trying to steal the Scarlet Star himself as some sort of like, I'm paying, I'm owed something, and I'm gonna take this thing, whatever it is.
Whose reputation he's restoring?
Mine, of course. Yours. 25 years ago, I was part of the investigation into Condor, Mr. Hyde. During this investigation, I learned something about Hotel Cape West. I found out this is where Condor conducted their fencing of stolen jewelry. Soon after that, an internal investigation took place, and I was removed from the case. I believe I was the victim of a conspiracy perpetrated by a certain person.
What kind of conspiracy?
It was a plot to remove the person poised to unveil the truth about Condor. Not only did he ruin my good name, but he also deepened his allegiance with Niall.
This person, the one who orchestrated the conspiracy. Are you talking about
Hugh Speck! It's Hugh Speck! It's all coming around.
Are you talking about the mayoral candidate, Hugh Speck?
I am. He rants incessantly about crushing crime, which got him into the world of politics. But the truth is, it's all a front. He doesn't mean a word of it. I'll tell you now, my ultimate aim is to bring him and his corruption down. If I can do that, I have no doubt my reputation will be restored. Mr. Hyde, listen to me. I must sound like some doddering old fool. I was once just a plain and simple detective who wanted for nothing. When I was younger, I was bad-tempered and eager to prove myself. Even though I didn't conform with the norm, I did my job and fought for justice. That rhymes! Is that from one of your raves? And then that man and his damned internal investigation stripped me of everything. All of a sudden, I was just a cog in the machine, working behind a desk. But there was one thing they couldn't take away from me, and that was my pride. I quit my job and vowed to uncover the truth behind what happened.
Let me get this straight. Your reason for searching for dirt on Hugh Speck is to try and expose the link between Niall and the LAPD?
Exactly. I'm positive, Mr. Hyde, that the Scarlet Star lays hidden somewhere in this building. If I can only find it, I know it will prove to be an invaluable piece of evidence. Michael McGrath definitely left some sort of clue behind before he died. Something that will enable me to finish what I've been trying to do all these years.
So you've been trying to find some sort of clue up on the 4th floor?
Yes, but all my efforts appear to have been in vain. I've not found a thing. There's always a chance that somebody got to it before me and moved it, though.
Moved it? That reminds me, didn't Dylan say something?
It's Marie and that Patrice woman, of course. Patrice especially. I'm sure she's still hiding something in her room. Yeah, there's no mistaking it if you watched her like I have. Mr. Hyde? Yeah? What are you thinking about? Would I be wrong if I suspected you of knowing something? Perhaps something about the place Michael McGrath hid that clue?
Yeah, dream on. If I knew something about that, you'd think I'd still be gassing to you?
Then forgive me, it's just that the look you had on your face made me think so. You must tell me if you know something.
Steady on, Granddad. That tone will get you nowhere. I told you I don't know anything.
You're lying, I know it!
Look, when I say I don't know, it means I don't know.
You can't trick me, Mr. Hyde. You know something, and there's no denying it. Now tell me what it is!
Hey, keep bawling like that and you'll draw a crowd. Is that what you want? Why are you so agitated all of a sudden anyway?
Oh, man. He is trying to steal the Scarlet Star for himself, isn't he? He is. Something's up here. I'm not agitated at all, he said calmly. I just needed to be sure you weren't attempting to hide anything from me.
You're trying to force it out of me, huh?
Well, Mr. Hyde, since we appear to have exhausted this line of conversation, I see no need to meet in the cafe after all. I assume you agree? Well then, I'll be going.
Frank moves away and heads up the stairs. Gotta give it to the old guy. He sure wants to find that hiding place. Guess he won't give up until he's found Michael McGrath's secret. You might even say he won't rest until he's inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
All right. So back to the room?
Somebody's coming down the stairs. Again? Who's that?
What? Mr. Hyde, can you spare a moment?
What now? I thought we said all we needed to say to each other.
I wanted to apologize for how I acted just now. I didn't intend to make you angry. It's just like you said, I am looking for some kind of evidence on Hugh Speck. And that's why I need to find out what Michael McGrath left behind. I was curious to see what we could turn up if we put our minds together.
Do you have an idea where it might be hidden?
Yes, I'm sure it's in one of two places. Either the 4th floor, in a place I haven't checked yet, or
inside Mrs. Patrice's room. In Mags's room?
Yes, there's a very high likelihood that something is hidden in there. I was hoping you might have already discovered something on one of your visits there. But since it appears you haven't...
Come on, spit it out. What do you want to say? If you've got something you want to say, I'd rather you just said it.
Very well, I will. Would you be willing to team up with me so we can search Mrs. Patrice's room?
Seriously?
You're the only one who I can talk to candidly regarding this.
Well, let's see, I agree. How are you proposing we go about searching her place?
My plan is to ask her to meet me in the cafe, where I'll keep her talking for an hour or so, during which time you can take a thorough look around her room.
And the small matter of a key?
Don't you worry about that. I'll see that she leaves the door unlocked. You can leave that side of the operation to me.
Does Mags know you've been looking into Condor?
I doubt it, Mr. Hyde. As far as I can tell, she suspects nothing. I'm sure you're just as eager to have a closer look around her room as I am, Mr. Hyde. Am I right?
You might be.
Then it's settled. I'll go and ask her to join me in the cafe. As soon as she's left her room and come with me to the cafe, you should go inside. What you're looking for is...
Yeah, I know. You want me to find something left behind by Michael McGrath.
Precisely. Once you're done with your search, come to the cafe. We can discuss what you find after you arrive.
Yeah, got it. Loud and clear.
Then we'll regroup there. Yeah, okay, Frank nods, heads towards Max's room. All right. Let's go.
I can hear voices. Yes, I understand. Then let's go to the cafe. The sound of footsteps and the two voices trail off towards the cafe.
All right. And sneaky sneak. Yeah, let's buzz her. No.
I don't know how he did it, but the door's unlocked. Secret mission, rifle through Mags's room for clues, is now in effect.
All right.
Here we go.
So, well, let's just head straight to the bedroom. Seems like that's the spot. Wow. Not bad. Margaret's bedroom.
Her bedroom. I better search here, too.
And the bathroom? Anything in the toilet, like money? Whoa.
And there's a light pink shower curtain in front of the bath.
Toilet.
The toilet is a wooden cover to match the rest of the decor. There's a sink on one side of the room. Well, it is a bathroom. There are cupboards underneath it as well. This is nothing like the rooms she rents out. I'm almost insulted.
Nice.
The bathroom mirror is oval-shaped. Like everything else under Mags' dominion, it's practically gleaming. The bathtub is immaculate. Does she ever leave anything dirty?
I don't know.
Some shampoo bottles have been left on the table. These look a little pricey. Only the best for Mags.
Okay.
A bookcase that's showing its age. Through the glass doors, I can see rows of books with discolored spines. I don't need to waste any more time looking at this.
No. Okay. That's it. How about over here?
This closet's pretty big. Mags must have a lot of clothes.
Let's see, what's this?
There's a red handbag at the bottom of the closet. Looks like it's seen a few wars. At the back, I can see a big overnight bag. Women's clothes. I don't think I'll be trying them on. There's something covered in a white cloth stuffed into a corner. What the hell's that? Maybe I should open it up and take a look. There's a nice-looking ornamental wooden box inside. I wonder what's inside this thing.
What's in the box? Let's see. Condor.
A music box. Wait. There's something stuck in the drum. Looks like a key? What's a key doing in here?
What do I do with it?
That key's really bothering me.
How do I get it out? Okay. Let's see. How does one open this up?
Here we go.
Oh. You have to actually press... For the first time in this entire series, you have to actually press the DS buttons and not just use the stylus. Okay.
I think I can move the key if I push this thing.
What is it? Oh! There. Right now. Go. Right when that happens, yeah. We gotta pull it out. Wait. Oh. Oh! Closing the lid stops it. Nice. Okay. This is like the final boss puzzle of the entire... This is weird.
The music stopped.
We gotta wind it up again?
What am I supposed to do? Think, Hyde. I think I'll try again.
Apparently press a bunch of buttons and see what happens, I guess. Right here. And... there. How do I get it out? There! What? I'm like pressing something. What am I missing here? Yeah, the boss music was a banger. Okay. So, hang on. There.
Okay. Nothing is happening. Okay. I'm very confused. Yeah. I'm clicking it like furiously and nothing is happening. Okay. So let's see, am I gonna have to stop time again? Let's see. Nope. Not quite. Let's see. Alright, we got it again. Let's see. So, what do we... Because, like, you hit that, and that makes it come out. And then... Like, what am I supposed to hit to make this work? Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I'm gonna have to consult, like we did with the original fuse box puzzle. How do we do this? Let's see. All right, hang on. We will look this up. What just happened? That was weird. Oh. That's the lid closed. Let's see. Check disco. Oh, okay. Set me up something on disco. Thank you. Retrieved when the gap in the cylinder aligns. Button must be held continuously. Do this. You should be able to key the lid function. Pause and frame forward to simulate the precise timing. Holding a position. Okay, frame advance, huh? So we got to do some more careful things, apparently. Well, that's paused. Let me bind something to frame advance then, real quick, I guess. General hotkeys. Frame step. We'll try that. Let's see. Oh. All right. All right. Let's see. Pause. Resume. And... All right, not quite. We're going to go back. There. So let's see. Pause.
keeping our hand there. Man, this is difficult. They do not make this easy. All right. We're going to figure this out, though. All right. There we go. And let's see. Oop. There we go. I think we got it. We did it. Frame advance. You've saved the day. We did it. Oh my gosh. That was way more annoying than it needed to be. How dare they not consider that someone will be playing this on very real hardware in the year 2025 someday.
What could this key be for? The key has a condor mark on it.
I noticed that immediately, Kyle. What kind of detective are you?
I take the condor key.
All right. Yeah, frame advance is what did it. Oh, that condor symbol up. I bet there's a secret room up there.
There's a small semicircular table pressed up against the wall, not a mark on it. There's a ceramic vase on the table. Some of the flowers are pink and some are yellow. I think they're tulips. It's a black telephone. I have the same type of phone in my room. It's also a horror movie series. Oh, what's this? Something's on the floor under the table. What's this? Looks like a piece of paper. It's got something written on it, all right, but the lower part's missing. The beginning reads, "We know everything. Leave this apartment and its secrets immediately." Hal doesn't forget and still bears a grudge against the wife of George Patrice. This is part of a threatening letter.
Yep.
That reminds me, Mag said something when she received that package.
Oh, yeah. Jumping to conclusions with the threat, I thought it was somebody's idea of a joke. But when I saw the lack of a sender, the contents of this letter came back to me in a flash. Right.
This must be the missing piece of the letter she showed me from before. So the sender was Niall.
Okay.
It's a fancy notepad. I can't see anything written on it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. All right.
Well, despite what Frank seems to think, I can't find anything from Michael here. All I've got to show for my search is part of a letter and a key with a condor mark. Maybe the key will lead to some sort of clue. Almost time to meet Frank. I better make tracks before Max comes back.
Yeah. Don't want to have to hide in the bathroom or something. Let's go.
Huh? Max. Damn, if she saw me coming out of a room, my ass would have been grass.
Mr. Hyde, I apologize for before.
Don't worry about it. Maybe we can chat again sometime later?
As long as that's okay with you.
No problem.
Okay, good. Now I must be going.
Mags goes back inside her room.
All right. And let's go to Lucky's. Is Frank there? Yep. Ah, Mr. Hyde. How did it go?
I managed to have a pretty good look around while you kept her busy. Problem is, I didn't find anything left behind by Michael in there.
I see.
It wasn't a total waste of time, though. I found this.
What have you got?
It's a key with a condor mark on it.
A key? With a condor mark? Give it here, Mr. Hyde. And you should avoid trying to go any further in this investigation.
What? Not this again. Why should I stop?
And who gave you the right to order me around? I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've got plenty of things I still want to investigate. I have a feeling that key is going to open more than simply a door. If I'm lucky, it might even reveal some of the secrets around here.
Are you trying to say you intend to return to the 4th floor to search?
Damn right.
Then I'll tell you again. Stop your investigation. There's no need to waste your time up there. I've searched it thoroughly enough.
Just because you haven't managed to find anything doesn't mean I won't. I've got a feeling I'm gonna get lucky up there.
Now you listen to me. Oh, what the hell? It's no use talking to you. Do whatever you like. I'll be on my way.
Hold it, Frank.
What is it?
What did you and Mags talk about here?
It was nothing important. We just took the opportunity to do a spot of complaining.
Did Dylan come up during the conversation at all?
It seems she was already aware of him leaving. But she's got no idea that he's with Niall.
I see.
Anyway, I must be going.
Frank gets all hot under the collar whenever the subject of the 4th floor comes up. Tony.
Yo! I didn't think you and Old Man Raver would be the sort to sit down together for drinks.
Yeah, well, we had things to discuss.
Hey, you're not trying to keep secrets from me now, are you?
And why would I want to do that?
No reason, I guess. Anyway,
I need to tell you something, Hyde. Tell me what? It's about Betty. Don't know how to explain it, but it seems I've been given a second chance.
You don't say.
She told me that she thinks I've changed. For the better, too. And she wants to stick with me from now on. Sounds like you're onto a winner there. Good job. What I'm trying to say is that I owe it all to you, man. To me. What the hell did I do? If you hadn't been around, I would have been stuck drowning my sorrows. Going nowhere. And then how would I have gotten with Betty? I owe you one, man. Seriously. Tony, before you say anything, I want to find a way to show my gratitude. Anything you want. Consider it done. Just say the word. Easy, Tony. You don't want to start making promises you can't keep now, do you? Give me a chance here, man. We don't have much time left in this old place, you know? I really don't want to leave without having the chance to pay you back. If you think of some way I can help, just give me a shout.
Okay?
Okay. I'll think about it. Say, Tony, are you still short of cash? I had a feeling you'd ask that. Do you really need me to answer? There's no way I'm going to turn from rags to riches overnight, you know. What if I told you I knew a way to make big bucks in next to no time?
I'd say you better tell me what you have in mind.
So you're interested?
Just tell me what the deal is first.
You gotta promise me you're not gonna spread this around, though. The truth is, there's a precious jewel hidden somewhere on the 4th floor.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Kyle?
A jewel? On the 4th floor? You're talking about this place, right? Sure I am. It's known as the Scarlet Star, and it went missing 25 years ago. I only heard about it by chance, but what I heard seems to suggest it's hidden right here in this apartment building.
Say no more, man. I'm in.
Let me guess. The plan is to get to the thing before we have to clear out, right? Got it in one, Tony. Far out. I think it's fair to warn you, though. This could get a little dangerous. So tell me, are you still down with it?
Down like a clown, man.
I think I'd pass up the chance to get in on action like this. Just tell me what you need doing. Say the word and I'll get started. Great.
So, what are we gonna do first?
That's a good question. I guess a good starting point would be to meet up by the 4th floor fire door.
Got it. By the fire door on the 4th floor.
We better be careful not to go there together. If we're spotted. You think people will guess we're up to something? Yeah, the people around here get jumpy real quick.
Understood. I'll get going then. See you up there, Hyde.
Sure, I'll be up later.
10-4.
Tony leaves the cafe.
Telling Tony is an idea of all time. It's like we're trying to more strongly connect him to Lewis, I guess. Like he's the Lewis of this game. But he ain't no Louis. I'm sorry. Tony, you're fine. You're a fine lad, but you're no Louie. Okay. I got the fire door open, but we got a new problem. There aren't any lights on in there. It's pitch black. Of course. Mag said that the power was going to be switched off. The next problem is, even if we find a light, we don't have any keys. Yeah, I already thought about that. The only people who have access to the keys are Max and Dylan. So, if we ask Dylan, maybe he'll help us, right? What, you want to ask Dylan to try and get the keys from Max? No, that'd take forever. But hang on. Dylan has his own set. He uses them to get in here and look around. I think he got himself a set just for the 4th floor. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm positive. I know because he's opened the place up for me before. Then it's settled. I'll get those keys. Who hasn't just regularly come up to the 4th floor to hang out at this point? I mean, seriously. Tony, you need to find something we can use to light the way in there. Leave it to me. And good luck getting those keys. Right. Okay, here goes nothing. Tony rushes off and heads downstairs. Right. Now to find those 4th floor keys. Alright. Go to Dylan's room. Let's go. I'm guessing it's still unlocked. Oh yeah, we just go right in. So, where would he keep the keys? In his fridge? It's a little old refrigerator. The motor's really loud. Must be annoying having it this close to his bed. There's a chest of drawers, bottom drawer is open. Aha! Yeah! There's a bunch of keys inside the drawer. This looks like what Tony was telling me about. I take the 4th floor keys. Alright. Nice. Let's go. Alright, Tony. And we got that Nile key too, or Condor key. There he is. What took you so long? So, how did it go? Without a hitch, that's how. And you? Did you get the keys? Yeah. Knew you would, man. Here you go. Flashlight. I take the flashlight from Tony. Now I think it's about time we search the 4th floor. Ready when you are. Alright. So I suspect it's that room we found the condor symbol on. We'll see. Oh my. Oh! It's all creepy up here now. Was that 404? Let's go. Alright, so it's locked. Oh. Well, we got the keys. I take out the 4th floor key and unlock room 404. Alright. And the condor symbol... Wait. Is this the right room? Maybe not? Okay. Maybe it was 406? I knew it was near the end. Okay, 406. Yeah, this looks right. Yeah, there it is. There's a faded spot in this part of the wall. Aha! Wait. There's a drawing on the wall of a condor spreading its wings. This must be the drawing Dylan was talking about. Gonna be all that. No? My plan has been scuttled? Aw, man. Okay. What else? I mean, this room has something going on, right? Let's see. Anything in here? There's a vase on the table. Almost seems too nice to be stuck up here. Another dusty table. Right. Got it. Paintings, right? What's over here? That's the Cape West we took down. Picture frame's been wrapped up, yeah. Yeah, they're too secure for him to unwrap. So there's something we're missing, it seems. Whoa. Oh, hey Hyde! What? Get a load of this safe. A safe, huh? Got any idea what's inside? Only one way to find out. Guess we need to take a look. No, there's a safe. Oh! The cutscene at the start of this whole game. It was Chris Hyde cracking this. There's a safe with a dial up against the wall. Looks like it's been here for quite a while. Alright. Here's the dial. Not a chance. The thing's rusted beyond repair. Not gonna move an inch. Oh, okay. It's no good. This thing's not gonna open. I think we're gonna need some sort of tool. Maybe a crowbar will do the trick. You stay here. I'll go and grab one. Make it quick. Do you need a light? Nah, man, I got another flashlight. Be back soon. Good, thank you, UK people, for not calling it a torch. Am I really gonna find the Scarlet Star up here on the 4th floor? Okay. Probably time I had to think about things so far. December 26th, while my head was full of the things Will McGrath told me last night, I was visited by somebody in the morning. It was... Was it Dylan? Right. Dylan was the one who paid me a visit first thing in the morning. He was itching to find out what Will and I had spoken about. After calling Rachel, I caught the news about a jewelry robbery on TV. They interviewed the store owner, who described a woman that appeared on the screen. The description reminded me of Marie, so I went and headed out with her. She fled to the roof and eventually confessed to me about her brother and husband working for Condor. Right. She told me about her brother and husband once working for Condor. She went on to say that Niall had forced her to play the part of the mysterious woman. I also had the opportunity to talk to Rex, who came to the roof as well. He let me in on the fact that he plans to expose Niall to the world. After hearing what Marie and Rex had to say, I learned that it was none other than Dylan who'd been threatening her. We had a chat, and he admitted to working for Niall. His job in the apartment was to watch Mags. Yeah. Right. Dylan was placed in this building to keep an eye on Mags. While he did so, he was trying to uncover clues about the Scarlet Star. When I exposed him for what he was, he quickly fled from the building. Frank noticed that Dylan had vacated the building and asked me to fill him in. He told me about Niall and the connection it had with the LAPD. He also let slip that his goal was to expose Hugh Speck and regain his reputation. Lastly, he told me that the one who knew the location of the Scarlet Star was... George Patrice? No, okay. Frank didn't say it was George. Oh, Michael McGrath. Right. Michael McGrath. Right. He told me that Michael knew the whereabouts of the Scarlet Star. He also said that he was sure that Michael had left behind some sort of clue. Thanks to Frank, I now know more about the Scarlet Star. I also learned that Niall was the organization behind Condor, and that Mags was connected to it all. After talking to Dylan and Frank, I headed to Mags' room. I was keen on finding that so-called clue that Michael had left behind. And with Frank's help luring Mags away, I was able to search her room. Unfortunately, my search proved fruitless, and I never found what I was looking for. Instead, I found a key with a condor mark. A hat and sunglasses, no. Right, I found a key which had a condor mark on it. Instead of handing the key I found to Frank, I kept it.
Tony and I then made our way to the 4th floor to take a look around. There is little doubt left in my mind that there are clues to be found here. But will it reveal the clues that Michael left behind? And where is the Scarlet Star hidden? Will I find something to shed light on the truth behind the incident with my dad? With any luck, everything will become clear once I find what I'm looking for. But as I think about it, I notice an uneasy feeling creeping into my mind.
Nice! The events in the last window novel. Uh-oh. That's Kyle. Oh no! Kyle, look out! Something bad's about to happen.
Huh? Tony?
Nope. Somebody gassed him? What? Save your progress. Okay. What's happened to Kyle? Oh no. Okay. Progress saved. Alright. I'm going to pause here and take a real quick break, and then we'll be right back, and we'll finish the game. We're going to finish it. That's right. Be right back. Back. The Hyde family has not had good luck with that. Seriously. That safe is cursed. December 26th. It's still December 26th. Okay.
I hear my pager beeping somewhere. It keeps beeping as I slowly regain my focus. By the time I'm fully conscious, the beeping stopped, but not the pounding in my head. I found myself lying on the floor for some reason. My body feels like a lead weight, and my limbs are like rubber, no strength. My head's throbbing and my throat's hurting too. As my eyelids slowly open, I'm turning to a scene of utter darkness, punctuated by a single point of light. I didn't know what the light is, but no sooner do I focus on it than I feel a searing pain in my eyes, and I force them shut once more. Tears seep out from beneath my closed eyelids. What was that? Some kind of sleep spray? Can't come up with a better answer, so I try and think back to the moment it happened. Whatever that stuff was, it certainly did what the sprayer wanted. Who the hell did it, though? I tried to stand, but then realized I'm unable. My hands and feet have been bound. Uh-oh. Damn, they got me good. I've been tied up with rope. As I try to endure the pain from my eyes and my head, I attempt to lift my eyelids. I manage to focus on a dimly lit room. Okay. I regain my sight and manage to get myself into a sitting position. I look around. The light I saw before is the flashlight. Must have dropped it when I blacked out. Great, now what? Not sure I'll be going anywhere like this.
Isn't Tony coming back? Where are you, Tony?
This is even tougher than I thought it'd be. Still, if I take it slowly, I think I can get a little mobility.
Getting to the door? I like that we're on the ground. That's a nice perspective change.
There. What am I doing? I won't get far unless I can get rid of these ropes.
Can we break the pot? Yeah.
There's a vase on top of an unsteady-looking table. I think I managed to shake the vase a little.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
I slam into the table using my body. Almost. Just a little more.
There we go.
Got it. The shards of the broken vase are littering the floor. Right. Now to put one of those shards to good use. I stretch one of my fingers out from beneath the rope and snag myself a shard. Come on. I sever the ropes binding me.
We don't have... Oh, wow. We didn't have a minigame for that? Thanks.
Those ropes were cutting off my circulation. Good to have the use of my hands back. I use my newly freed hands to untie my legs. Good. Hobbling around on my ass for the rest of the night wouldn't be my idea of fun. Now I just need to find who the Joker thinks they can get away with this. I'm worried about Tony, too. First things first, though. I need to get out of this room.
That's right. Let's go.
Looks like there's something on the other side jamming the door shut.
Seriously.
Crap. I'm trapped in here. What the hell am I gonna do now?
Huh. Good question. Well, is there another way out? Like a window? I mean, we are on the 4th floor, but, you know, the old going across the balcony, maybe? Let's see.
See, almost like there's some kind of ghost sofa.
Alright. Ghost sofa. How about, let's see. Can we use a chair?
Some beat up old chairs that are lacking in the stability department. Maybe I can use this chair. I'm sure I can put it to good use busting that door open.
Yeah. I take the chair. That's good.
Right, and that door better say its prayers.
I'm coming for you, door. Did he play Final Fantasy IV to get owned by the door boss? That thing killed me so many times. Okay, here we go.
Time to try this chair out on that door.
Oh. Holy crap. Okay.
Looks like it did the trick. Alright, let's just step through. Time to get out of here. I stretch my hands through the hole and unbind the rope holding the door shut. Okay. Huh? Down by my feet is the debris from the broken door. What's that? Something's lying on the floor besides the number plate for room 406. It's a piece of the door with the word manager written on it. So room 406 belonged to the manager, huh? This is getting interesting. Cool. Well, let's get out of here. Whoa, Tony! Huh? That's... Tony! Hey, Tony! Tony! Wake him up. What? Hey, are you okay? Oh, Hyde, is that you? Hang in there. Don't rub your eyes. Right. But my throat and my eyes feel like they're on fire. And my head. Ugh. Who did this to you? Wish I could tell you, man. I was going past the elevator and all of a sudden something sprayed into my face. Knocked me out cold. I didn't even feel it when I hit the floor. You were hit with sleep spray. Just blink a lot. I don't believe this. Son of a... I'm in agony here. I think it's law enforcement grade stuff. Wait. It's Frank. Frank. Frank is the bad guy. Frank is the bad guy. I knew it. You're lucky you've been out for most of it. Just grin and bear it. You're not dying, you know. A little more compassion would go a long way, man. Yeah, well, it wasn't just you that got taken down. They got me, too. Same routine with the sleep spray and everything. What? They got you, too? What the hell is this? Just after you left, they sprayed me, knocking me unconscious. I was tied up and locked in room 406. No way! I've only just got myself free and smashed my way out. You don't seem fazed. Guess this kind of thing happened all the time back on the force? Can it, Tony? I wasn't on the SWAT team or anything. How are you feeling now? Can't complain. It's a lot better than just now, that's for sure. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm over the worst of it now. Good to hear. But who the hell would want to do this to us anyway? My guess is someone who didn't want us closing in on the Scarlet Star. Doesn't exactly tell us much. Yeah, true. Looks like I'm gonna be needing your help with more than one thing then, Tony. Sure, no sweat. We gotta get our heads straight and get back in the game here. I wanna know who it is as much as you. Let's go get him. That's a spirit. Right, I just remembered. Did anything happen to the safe? Same as when you left. We need to get back there for another look. No time like the present, let's book it. And if anyone tries anything again, let's see him try and sleep spray my crowbar. Where is that thing anyway? It's over there on the floor. So that's your little friend, huh? Yeah, I pick up the crowbar off the floor. Right, let's get this thing done. Right. Alright, let's go. 406. Nicely bashed open. What the hell, man? You really did a number on that door. It was nothing special. Oh, man! What? What's so strange? Nothing, I just think it's very you, that's all. What's very me? What I did to the door was nothing compared to you when you're drunk. Some things don't change, huh? That's harsh, man. Right, let's do this. Yeah! That's a weird thing to say. I've beat you up harder than I've beaten up this door. Well, here we are. Time to get that safe open, Hyde. Right. Alright. We use the crowbar on it. Crowbar. Right, let's get busy with this crowbar. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Push the bar on 3, okay? 1. Come on, man. We're pushing on 3. Not 1 and not 62. Okay, one more time. Oh. 1, 2, 3. There. Got it. Nice one, Hyde! Come on, let's see what's inside.
Let's look.
There's an old safe next to the wall. The door is broken off. So did we find anything? Hold your horses. I'm still checking. The suspense is killing me, man. There's a small square case inside. A case? We better take a look inside it. This is it. Let's get that thing open and take a look at all that. Nothing. Haha, nothing, he says. What the hell are we wasting all of our time for, then? The damn thing's empty. That can't be right! Well, I'm not making this up, you know. So where the hell is the Scarlet Star? Beats me. Talk about disappointing. Oh, man! After all that? Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, wait a minute. Take a look at the door. What about it? Well, look at how thick it is. Pretty good security for a safe with nothing in it. Yeah, that's almost unusually thick. Dummy thick, even. I thought we'd be rolling in it by now. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Look at this. There's an old safe. The door has been broken off. Is there a secret second lock or something? A small case. An empty case. But if you use the condor key on it. Oh. Is there anything? The door. Oh! The door's thick and the inner portion is covered in rust. There's some sort of opening on the inside of the door. Could it be? What is it? It looks like this thing comes apart. You're right! I placed the crowbar into the opening and prized it open. That'll do. This looks like... What did you find? Tony, there's some kind of book hidden in the gap in the door. What? A book? Nothing shiny and expensive looking then? Unfortunately not, but at least we have something. And we've got you to thank for it. So, what does the book say? It looks like a diary from the manager of Hotel Cape West. The manager's diary? Yeah. It belonged to Michael McGrath, the manager of the hotel. The man who knew the whereabouts of the Scarlet Star. Maybe we can still find it! I take Michael's diary. So come on, what's in it? This is what's written inside. Written on December 17th, 1967, after Kathy's funeral. Kathy, I still can't believe you're gone. Whenever I think of life without you, I'm overcome with an intolerable sense of guilt. Guilt because I know the truth, Kathy. I know why you were killed. And it's all because of what happened on that fateful night 12 years ago. If I hadn't shot the safecracker who snuck into my office, if I hadn't taken the Scarlet Star from his dead fingers, then maybe you'd still be alive. He killed Chris Hyde? Everything is connected to one night that happened 12 years ago. If only I hadn't shot the man who'd crept into the office to break into the safe. If I'd not taken the Scarlet Star from his hands and kept it for myself, perhaps then none of this would have happened. Ah. So, it's all becoming clear. We kept the man's body in the chest freezer for 2 days. Then I had Mike and Peter take it to a downtown parking lot and dump it there. The blood-stained room was then converted into a guest room, and it was made off limits from then on. Rarely a day goes by when I didn't think about what happened that night. When I closed the hotel, my plan was to sever my ties with Condor as well. George said, the only way to escape Condor is to completely disappear. Of course, you're well within your rights to do so, but remember this. I can overlook certain things when we're friends, but not when we're strangers. But George knew. He knew about the provisions I'd made in order to start my new life. And he knew what had become of the Scarlet Star. I expected some sort of retribution, but Kathy, I never imagined it would result in your life being taken. Now that you're gone, the reasoning behind taking the Scarlet Star is gone too. And George, who took your life, even had the audacity to come to your funeral. Kathy, I now know exactly what I have to do. I have no intention of handing the Scarlet Star over to George, and absolutely no intention of forgiving him for what he has done, either. You can rest easy, Kathy. You'll be avenged. I promise. Okay. The safecracker in this diary. There's no mistaking it. It was my dad. It all happened 25 years ago in this very room. My dad snuck in and stole the Scarlet Star, only to be killed by Michael McGrath. He was killed in this very room. Dad. Hey, are you listening, Hyde? Tony? Snap out of it, man! Does it say where the Scarlet Star is or not? No, it doesn't. So we got nothing? What now, Hyde? Right now, we need to get out of this room. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tony and I leave room 406. Alright. Ouch! What is it? My foot hurts. I must have fallen on it. Funny. Still hurts now. My head's killing me too. What the hell was in that spray? You might as well go back to your room, Tony. What about the diamond? You need to rest. I'll be sure to come and get you when I need you. Well, okay, man, if you're sure. Tony makes his way back through the hallway. It's my pager. I'd better get back to my room, too. Alright. Okay. Alright. That's right, because the pager woke him up initially. I was kind of wondering about that. Time to give Rachel a call. Red Crown, how may I help you? Rachel, it's me. Is everything okay, Kyle? I've been trying to reach you for ages. Yeah, I got caught up in something. Oh. It's fine now, don't worry about it. Okay, if you're sure. What did you want me for anyway? I'll pass you over to Ed.
It's me. I found out something about Frank Raver. He was heading up a Condor investigation 25 years ago, but was taken off the case.
I already got that out of him. Seems he blames Hugh Speck for having him taken out of action. He's been roaming around in this building looking for proof to link Speck and Nile.
He has he?
Also, I found Michael McGrath's diary from 13 years ago on the 4th floor. In it, he says he shot a certain safecracker in this building 25 years ago in 1955.
What?
There's more. The person who killed Kathy McGrath 13 years ago was the husband of the current owner. None other than George Patrice.
That's some pretty big reveals you've made there, Hyde.
It certainly answers a few questions, but it seems I got a bit sloppy too. Just a little while ago, I was rendered unconscious and tied up.
What the hell happened?
I was investigating the 4th floor and somebody sprayed me with sleep spray.
That's pretty serious. Seems you managed to get yourself out of it, though.
Yeah, just about. My head's still killing me, though. Seems there's somebody in this place who doesn't want the 4th floor investigated.
You got an idea as who could have done this to you?
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea.
What's your next move?
Let's just say that person and I are gonna have a little talk.
Watch your back, Hyde.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, time to go and get some answers.
Alright. So, okay. Confrontations here. I personally kind of feel like, knowing what we got going on, that it makes sense to confront Mags first, because we have that diary. Let's see. And she said we're going to talk later anyway. I want to get this whole situation with George figured out.
Who is it? I hear Mags's voice from inside her room. It's Kyle Hyde. Oh, Mr. Hyde. Why so surprised?
Wait a minute, did she do this?
I'm not surprised. If you say so. Now open the door. I got something I need to talk to you about. Now's not really a good time. I don't want to see anyone at the moment. Don't want to see anyone? What's wrong? Was it something I said? Please don't misunderstand, Mr. Hyde. I know what you did. All of it. Now open this damn door!
No, I won't! I have no intention of letting you into my room ever again!
Oh. I've also made certain discoveries. I know you snuck in here and stole the key, for example. What? Of all the things to take. And to think you of all people took it. I must have been a fool to ever think I could trust you. Mrs. Patrice.
Just go, will you?
Mr. Hyde, says somebody.
Huh? Oh! Now we got it.
Frank.
What are you doing here?
I just came to see Mags.
So you spoke to her, yes?
Not exactly. She wouldn't let me in. She told me she knew I'd been inside her room.
Interesting.
How so?
She called me not long ago to talk about you. I think she may be under the assumption you're in league with Niall. And she may be basing these assumptions on the fact that you took the Condor key. She said that only a person who knew the significance of the key would take it.
Oh, really? Why did she want to talk to you about me?
Yeah.
Frank, why did Mags want to talk to you about me?
Perhaps because she knows I used to be a detective. She clearly trusts me.
That's not what I asked.
No?
Why was it me she wanted to talk about?
I thought I made that clear a moment ago. She believes that you were working for Niall as you stole the key.
But it doesn't make sense. How did she come to know that I took the thing in the first place? Are you absolutely sure you didn't drop me in it when you spoke to her? You know, just politely told her I'd been snooping around in her room.
You watch your tongue! I told her nothing of the sort.
Uh-huh. Why is the key important? So what's the key's significance?
How should I know? After all, you know far more about that damn key than I do, and you've been spending more time up on the 4th floor than anyone. Didn't you find anything that looked like this key could be used up there?
Not yet. I'm still only halfway through my investigation. I didn't get a chance to finish it because I was attacked.
You were what?
Yeah, I let my guard down for a second. They hit me with sleep spray, tied me up, and locked the door. I got myself out, but I never caught a glimpse of the attacker's face.
Who would attempt something like that?
My guess is it's somebody who got jittery at the thought of me being on the 4th floor. And they're willing to do just about anything to keep their secrets hidden. Mr. Hyde, you don't think it could be... Right. There's only one person it could be.
Oh, so wait, is my theory wrong? Is it not, Frank?
If what you told me is true and she thinks I'm working for Niall, I'm sure of it. Why didn't I realize it sooner?
Indeed. Oh dear.
What is it?
I may have made a terrible mistake, Mr. Hyde.
A mistake? About what?
But when you told me that it was Michael McGrath's son of all people that sent you the order to go searching for the Scarlet Star, that's when I chose to hint that Michael McGrath kept his secrets hidden somewhere, like in a diary. I thought this was a chance to utilize your expertise in assisting me and finding evidence to expose Hugh Speck and his corruption. However, this may have caused Mrs. Patrice to question her trust in you. It seems I didn't think this through properly.
Come on, Frank. Don't flatter yourself.
What?
You think I was just doing what I was told? I wanted to look around the building, and that's exactly what I did. The reason I did it was to uncover the truth of 25 years ago. Simple as that.
The truth of 25 years ago? Do you mean to tell me that you're not looking for the Scarlet Star?
Oh, I'll find it, all right. But only because it'll be instrumental in uncovering the truth I'm looking for.
What are you so keen on finding out about 25 years ago, Mr. Hyde?
I want to know about what went on in the manager's office. About the safecracker's death.
What?
You got something to say?
No, it's nothing.
Yeah, well, your face is telling me a different story. If you've got something to say, now would be the time to say it.
I'm feeling a little tired, Mr. Hyde. I think I'll head back to my room now.
Not so fast, Frank.
Are you implying I'm running away? If you're keen on hearing more about 25 years ago, feel free to join me in my room.
Frank finishes speaking and heads upstairs. Does he not want to say this in front of Mags? His face went whiter than mimes when I mentioned my dad.
All right.
So Frank's gonna tell me what happened 25 years ago, is he? Wonder what he knows.
Yeah, let's go see. Because this is it, the last chapter. Let's go. All right, he's in 302. Mr. Hyde.
Well, here I am. Now talk.
Of course. Please come in.
So this is where Frank holds himself up.
Nice. Nice place. The checkerboard is pretty cool. Got his conspiracy wall over there, of course. Can I offer you a drink?
Save it for a real guest. I'm just here to hear what you have to say.
Well, I intend to have a drink, so please, just join me.
Frank heads in the direction of the kitchen.
Sydney from the cafe kindly gave me some coffee not long ago. Would you care for some?
Well, in that case...
This won't take long. Please wait here.
Looks like a family photo.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Frank places 2 cups of coffee on the table. That smells pretty good.
Now that I think about it, you're the only person who's been in here and had a coffee with me.
What about your family?
My wife passed away 10 years ago after a lengthy battle against illness. I have 2 children, but we haven't met in years.
How do they feel about you trying to restore your name with the LAPD? About trying to find clues to expose Hugh Speck for the last 25 years?
I've never spoken to them about it. They know nothing.
Why not? No sense in keeping the problem all to yourself. I'm sure they'd support you. After all, when Hugh Speck had you removed from your post, they had to support you then. Don't you think they have a right to know?
Don't you dare try to tell me about how to treat my family.
No offense, but if I had a dad like you, I don't think I could stand it.
Ouch!
Just my 2 cents, though.
You clearly don't understand at all, Mr. Hyde. I didn't leave my family in the dark all this time just for the sake of my own pride. There's more to it than that. 25 years ago, during the Condor case, my name wasn't the only thing lost. The mess that Hugh Speck caused also resulted in someone's death.
Whose?
The same man you've been looking into. The safecracker.
What?
So, Mr. Hyde, would you care to tell me how you came to know about that man? Who told you about him?
Well...
Who told you? Tell me! It was Michael McGrath's son, yeah.
Michael McGrath's son? Will. He told me about a man who'd crept into the manager's office and...
I see.
I think it's about time you talk straight with me, Frank. I want you to tell me about the safecracker who was killed here 25 years ago. Tell me everything you know. Come on, Frank. You just told me. You said that this person had gotten involved in the case you were working on. Tell me. Did you buy information? Did you help him get in? Did you help him get in?
Yes, I did.
So you and this safecracker knew each other beforehand, then?
No, we didn't. Gregory was there thanks to the information he got from a contact I often used.
Gregory? Who's Gregory?
That's the name his associates used for him, at least. I seriously doubt it was his real name. Just something he used while working. Gregory was a safecracker who'd never been arrested and was well known in the field. He was also knowledgeable on Condor. I figured I could use a person like that to assist me in my plans. We had an agreement, and I'm the one who got him into the hotel. Okay? However, I intended to catch Condor by fair means or foul. That was my plan. But Hugh Speck put an end to all that.
How did Hugh Speck put an end to your plan 25 years ago?
What did he do? Well,
Tell me the whole story.
He did something beyond words!
Let me guess, Hugh Speck told Condor about your plan?
Or he bought Gregory off? Let's see.
Beyond words, huh?
He bought
He tried to buy Gregory off.
No, nothing like that. He had vastly different things on his mind.
Then what was he planning?
With the whole story. It was, okay, he told Condor, right?
Hugh Speck told Condor about your plan.
That's right. And that was also why Gregory was silenced. That night? While I was waiting for word from Gregory, that's when it happened to me, too. Oh, because he got, yeah.
Frank.
What?
Enough beating around the bush.
Excuse me?
I need you to tell me exactly what you were planning to do 25 years ago. All of it.
What do you mean?
I thought I made myself clear from the start. What I need to know is precisely what happened with the safecracker 25 years ago. You know the truth behind the death that occurred that night, and you're gonna tell me.
You win, Mr. Hyde. I'll tell you what you need to know. But on one condition.
I'm listening.
If you really want to hear the whole truth, you'll have to make me talk. What? What?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Oh, what? You're gonna have to beat me in Mortal Kombat, Kyle. Well, I would have thought an ex-detective like yourself would have known. It's time you demonstrated to me exactly how much you want to hear the truth. If you expect to get anything out of me, you're going to have to work for it. If you choose your questions, well, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything you want to know. But if you aren't able to ask the right questions, our little chat stops here.
You got yourself a deal.
Okay. What was it that happened to you? What kind of agreement did you have? What was your plan from 25 years ago? Okay. So we have to ask the questions in the right order, I guess? So, let's see, what kind of agreement did you have with Gregory, right? Who was apparently Chris Hyde? What was it that happened to you? Let's start... Okay, we're nice and saved, so we can be a little risky, but what was your plan?
Okay, Frank, let's start with this. What was your plan from 25 years ago to catch Condor?
Well, I decided there was only one way to bring Condor to justice, and that was to catch them in the act. Skilled as the Condor Group was in conducting systemic jewelry thefts, they were also adept in turning their acquisitions into near untraceable cash. But I'd found out from a staff member that Hotel Cape West was being used to sell the stolen wares, and that the jewels were being kept in a safe in the manager's office. If I could positively identify that the jewels being stored there were what Condor stole,
I would have all the proof I needed to drive the final nail into Condor's coffin. So that's why you enlisted Gregory's help to crack the safe. You wanted him to make his way into the manager's office and remove the jewels, right?
Precisely. The plan was to have him break into the safe, extract the contents, and send me a signal. Then, the police would arrive at the office and confiscate what he extracted. Well, that was what we planned, at least.
What kind of signal had you decided he should send you?
We planned to use the window.
The window?
Yes. He was to enter the manager's office, open the safe, and extract the contents. Once he'd got the jewels, he was to go to the window and use his flashlight. The last window, you might say.
This would let me know that things had gone according to plan.
The police that had been standing by could then raid the premises. The problem was that something went wrong with the signal we'd agreed on. Gregory just disappeared, so we never went into the building.
All right.
What went wrong?
Okay, next question. What went wrong?
Well,
you're telling me he never returned the signal you were waiting for, right?
No, I believe he sent it, but
what?
You must understand, Mr. Hyde, there are things I cannot discuss beyond this point.
And why the hell not?
Because they concern the promise that connects me and Gregory. Indeed, if that promise had been kept as planned, he would have never needed to die. I regret what happened to him. I doubt I'll ever outlive that regret. Mr. Hyde, I think I've said enough. I couldn't possibly discuss this any further with you. There's only one person I can imagine telling this whole story to, and that person is a relative of Gregory. Oh my gosh! That is the most convenient statement in the history of statements in this series, I think. What kind of agreement?
What kind of agreement did you have with Gregory?
He was intending to leave the world of crime behind him and start afresh, but he wasn't able to break his ties with his old acquaintances. So I made him a promise. If he lent his talents to assisting me with my investigation, I would make certain incidents from his past go away, and the police force would ensure that all ties he had to his past were severed.
And did he bite and agree to your proposal?
Not at first. He seemed to be against the idea. In order to gain his trust, I needed to take a different approach. As an act of good faith, I gave him something he'd find difficult to refuse.
What was it?
I handed him the keys to a new car that would serve as a kind of advance payment.
The car keys!
The car keys we got sent! Oh, it's connected!
What?
There's no need to act so surprised. It was commonplace in operations like this. That's the sort of thing we did back then for people who assisted us. A new car! What was it that happened to you?
Let's see. What happened to you?
Mr. Hyde, I don't see that has anything to do with what you want to hear about.
Frank, what if I were to bring a member of Gregory's family here? Would you be willing to tell them everything?
Naturally. But how on earth would you...
You leave that to me.
Oh?
Don't go anywhere. I'll be back as soon as I can.
We're gonna go get the keys. Yeah, let's go. Get the keys, get the keys. Yeah. And of course the hotel music has changed because we're near the finale. Let's get them keys. I like how this is all tying together very nicely at the end here. Very nice. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, small package. The key.
There's a car key inside the box in the package. I take the car key.
Alright.
It was Frank who gave this key to Dad.
I mean, okay. It's not terribly identifiable as like a unique key. So, I mean, we're just gonna be like, look at this. And hope he remembers a key he gave a guy 25 years ago. Alright. We gotta open the door manually? Come on. We didn't need to do that to Dylan. Alright, let's go.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
So where's the member of Gregory's family, Mr. Hyde?
Right here. Me.
What?
I've got something you need to see. Here.
Yeah. This is...
Yeah, this is the same car key you gave to Gregory 25 years ago. Thankfully, you remembered it. It was discovered on the body of a man in a downtown parking lot not long afterwards. This is one of the items my dad left me.
What did you just say?
Gregory's real name was Chris Hyde. 25 years ago, after deciding to wash his hands of crime, he left the house on his final job. 3 days later, he still hadn't returned home to his family. The police were investigating the murder at one point, but they quickly broke it off. The case remains unsolved to this day. Frank, I'm Chris's son, and that's why I have the right to hear what you've got to say. You're gonna tell me all about the promise you made to my father, and exactly what happened at the end. You're gonna tell me everything.
To get the proof, we needed to expose Condor. I made Gregory a promise 25 years ago. From his point of view, the job posed considerable risk. He agreed to take on the job knowing it would be his last, for the sake of his family. When we made our promise, he looked me directly in the eyes and said, "Can I really trust you?" I didn't answer, but just nodded. I never intended that nod to be a lie, but... What happened? That night he broke into the manager's office that we'd planned, got the safe open, and took out the contents. Then, from the darkened room, he shone the signal. But no matter how many times he repeated it, nobody sent him the response he was expecting.
Why not? Why didn't you send in the cavalry like planned?
Because I wasn't there.
What?
That night, while I was at the designated spot, Speck handed me a single note. The message was clear. It said that my wife's condition had worsened and that I should go to the hospital at once. Naturally, I went, leaving Speck to preside over the scene. So to summarize, I fled to see my wife while Gregory was still inside doing the job. Gregory must have thought I was dutifully waiting in position outside the hotel. After he'd signaled me, he simply had to wait for the reinforcements to arrive. But I'd already departed to be at my beloved's side. Speck's plan had been a complete success.
Speck's plan?
Yes. It was his intention to lure me away from the scene that night. No sooner had I reached the hospital than it became clear, and I hurried back. Speck maintained that he'd been given the note, but not known what the contents were. And he also said that he had seen nothing like a signal from the manager's office.
So he spun a web of lies that had you convinced?
He did. He was a member of the force, and I had no reason to disbelieve him. It was only later that I learned the truth behind the night's events. Please, Mr. Hyde, are you able to forgive me? If only I'd known that Speck was working with Condor all those years ago, I would never have left him in charge of the scene. And maybe your father would still be alive today.
And that's everything, is it?
It is. That's the truth behind the death of the safecracker 25 years ago. Don't you have anything to say?
Now that you ask, I'm not sure I do. Funny as it may sound, I don't blame you for what happened. In fact, all I can think about right now is how he must have felt during those final moments.
Of course. Tell me one thing, Mr. Hyde.
When did you find out that your father died in these very apartments? I only found out a little while ago. It was written in Michael's diary. What? You mean to say you found his diary? Yeah, I found it all right. You're not gonna like the fact that there's nothing related to Hugh Speck in there, though. Oh, I see. While we're on the subject, you said you had a discussion with Michael's son. Just to put my mind at ease, could you please let me know? Sorry to disappoint you, but he didn't tell me anything that you'd find useful. I see. Nevertheless, I'd very much like the opportunity to talk to him myself. That's gonna be tough. He left not long after I spoke to him. He left? Are you telling me he lived here? In this building? He sure did. He was in room 306. You mean that man? I had no idea. Don't take it so hard. I'll find you the proof you need to nail Speck. Mr. Hyde. In fact, I intend to expose everything these apartments have been hiding. And once I'm done, the only mystery left will be where I'll get my coffee from now on. All you need to do is keep your nose out and wait for me to get it done. Why, you arrogant little... Just trying to keep you out of the line of fire. Leave the dangerous stuff to me. Well, I suppose you have proven yourself useful. I'll back down. For now. But please take this with you. It's the other half of the torn postcard I got from Will. I take the postcard piece. This item represents the only clue I found while searching the 4th floor. Take it with you. It might help. I take it you're still eager to hear what Mrs. Patrice has to say? Damn right I am. There are plenty of things I have to ask that lady. But she won't be too excited to talk to me, will she? But then, leave that part to me. I'll make sure she understands you're not in league with Niall. If it all goes according to plan, there's every chance she'll emerge from her room. Okay, I'll leave that to you. Good luck, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, it's that man again. Just one last thing, Frank. What is it? What kind of man was my dad? We had a drink together once. I remember thinking to myself at the time that he was a lot tougher than he looked. He never had much to say, but what he did say, he said with the utmost poignancy. He told me about his kid wanting to be a baseball star when he grew up. In fact, when he was telling me this, he came across as a run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I see. Okay. I need to make a move. I'm wasting time. I leave Frank's room. All right. Even though I know the truth behind what happened to Dad, that's not everything. The postcard that Michael left behind, the Condor key, the disappearance of the Scarlet Star, and proof of Hugh Speck's wrongdoing. There were obviously still secrets that people could get hurt over. Just how much does Mags know about them, though? Here we go, 9 p.m. Let's go. Coming up. I'm sure we're real close to the end here. There's not a combine, right? We can't combine. Oh, wait. Postcard piece. Torn postcard. There we go. Yeah. I put the two parts of the postcard together. Now I've got a complete postcard of the moon. Cool. A postcard with a picture of the moon on it, huh? There's something written on the back. Looks like some sort of code. Now all I need to do is find out what Michael was trying to hide using this. Well, that's cool. But, we'll figure that out later. First, we gotta talk to Mags. Who is it? I hear Mags's voice from inside her room. We need to talk, Mrs. Patrice.
Mr. Hyde, I'm on the phone with Mr. Raver at the moment. What do you need to talk to me about?
About Michael McGrath and the diary he left behind.
I see. Very well. Please, come in. Let's go. There she is.
Mrs. Patrice.
Yes, what is it?
I never thought you could do something so underhanded.
I could say the same of you, Mr. Hyde. Why? They say at the same time.
Why'd you do such a thing?
Why'd you do such a thing?
I thought you'd have realized by now I'm not working for Niall.
Then explain to me why you were poking around the 4th floor and why you took my key.
How'd you even know I'd taken it?
Because I cannot think of anybody else who would have done so. That's why. You have to admit, you've been asking me very probing questions of late. Also, you seem to have taken to roaming about this building instead of going to work.
My job is this building.
Dylan was also kind enough to warn me about you. He told me I should be extra vigilant when you're around.
Oh, he did he? How nice of him.
Did you find that amusing?
I never thought you'd be so dumb as to trust anything that comes out of his mouth.
I
guess you didn't know, huh? Dylan's been watching you on behalf of his employer, Niall.
Excuse me?
And not just you either. He was also watching another tenant whose relatives worked for Condor.
A relative of people working for Condor? I had no idea there was someone like that living there. Who is it?
Well, if you haven't got any interest in rocking the boat with Condor, it's probably better if you remain in the dark about who they are. Dylan left without causing any fuss because you were unaware of his true identity.
That's a very good point. But there's still something I don't understand.
Yeah, and what might that be?
You, Mr. Hyde. I still have no idea about you. Exactly how do you figure in all this?
Me? Well, 25 years ago, a safecracker was killed here in the manager's office. He was my father.
I beg your pardon?
Like I told you before, my dad was killed when I was 9 years old. 25 years ago, he had to go out on one last job before going straight. 3 days later, his body was picked up in a downtown parking lot. And the case remains unsolved. He got caught up in a police investigation to uncover Condor's secret fencing operation at Hotel Cape West, and it was there that he was killed. I only found out all this after you gave everyone the eviction notice.
And how exactly did you come to know all this?
I got my information from a person connected to Condor who lives in this building. They told me that my dad came in here to steal the Scarlet Star. But he was killed, and the gem simply disappeared.
The Scarlet Star?
After I'd found out that, I made my decision. I would expose everything about this building's hidden past.
So that's the reason you came in here and searched around, I suppose.
Right. Why'd you buy a building that was marked by Condor? And then why'd you suddenly decide to sell up? There are things I need answers for. Tell me everything you know. Just how much do you know about Condor?
I've got no interest in talking about such things. Please don't ask me anymore.
Listen, Mrs. Patrice, you can't just ignore this. I'm gonna get an answer from you. Why are you so afraid to explain things to me?
You were Condor's ringleader. No, it's because your husband.
Is it because your husband was Condor's ringleader?
Yes, that's precisely the reason. After he injured his hands, he couldn't play the saxophone anymore. He changed. He got his first job from them, courtesy of a customer who came to the restaurant. After it went well, he began to realize that he was in too deep to turn back. Before long, he was the ringleader of the criminal organization known as Condor.
He eventually roped an old friend, the hotel manager Michael, into his work too. They devised a means of selling the stolen jewelry secretly to avoid detection. Who killed Kathy McGrath 13 years ago? Even if you're not going to talk, you're definitely going to listen. The person who murdered Kathy McGrath was George Patrice. It was George Patrice. I'm afraid that's right. It was George who killed her. But why did he do it? He told me why. It was payback for Michael double-crossing him. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. How did they manage to sell Yeah. Was it the parties? How did Michael and George manage to sell the jewelry secretly? George didn't keep the stolen goods himself, but entrusted them to Michael. Michael stored them in the safe inside the manager's office. Once a buyer had been found, George would get in touch with Michael, and cash would be exchanged for the jewelry when the buyer came to the hotel. George would then take receipt of the cash immediately and receive his cut. So the purpose of the parties held at the hotel was to find people to buy the jewelry. Yeah. So the hotel parties were held to find people to buy the jewelry. Exactly. The parties would be held from time to time at the hotel. There, potential buyers would gather, and the process would begin in earnest. So I imagine the actual goods were exchanged in one of the guest rooms, right? No. Michael was very clear about that, and would never use the guest rooms. Instead, there was a hidden chamber for this very purpose. Ah! What did Michael do to double-cross George? No sooner had George received word that the hotel's safe was going to be broken into than he contacted Michael to let him know. At that time, there was still an item inside that a buyer had not been found for. It was the Scarlet Star. Michael received his orders, and when the intruder arrived, he shot him there in the office. He then stashed the corpse in a hotel chest freezer where it stayed for 2 days. Then it was taken out and dumped at a different location that was safe. After the incident was over, Michael told me that the Scarlet Star was gone. According to what he told me, it had already been removed from the safe before he shot the safecracker. And George believed that? Not exactly. He just led Michael to believe that he trusted him. Led him to believe. He didn't want to pressure Michael, or he might risk losing the use of the hotel. George could be a cold, calculating man. He didn't exact his revenge on Michael for another 12 years. So the reason he chose to wait 12 years before getting his revenge was because Michael wanted out of the stolen goods trade. Michael sold the Scarlet Star on. He wanted out. Michael wanted out of the stolen goods trade. Yes, that's right. Michael made the decision to close down the hotel 13 years ago. It was his attempt to sever the bond between himself and Condor. However, George wasn't willing to just sit back and accept this. Also, there was another reason, huh? Well, that's that. Was there another reason? Was there another reason for him to dispose of Kathy? Yes. It was because he had grown tired of Kathy's company. Meaning, George and Kathy had been intimate. An act which had betrayed both of us. Oh, jeez. Where is this hidden chamber? Where is the hidden chamber that was used to sell the stolen goods? That's something I'm totally unable to help you with. Even when the building was undergoing renovation, no such room was found. I see. Listen carefully, Mr. Hyde. The key that you took from here, I'm sure it's for that very room. What? That key was among the things George bequeathed to me after his death. Even though I had it all these years, I still don't know where it's to be used. I assume that your main focus now is to discover where that hidden chamber lies, correct? Absolutely. It can't have just disappeared from the building. I wonder if you're right. I think we've covered just about everything, Mr. Hyde. Not so fast. There's still a few holes left. I don't know if I can discuss everything in one go. It's not as easy as you might think at my age, you know. But if you insist. If you are willing to indulge me, I might be willing to keep talking. What do I need to do? So you'll agree to my terms? What are they? Guess I don't have much of a choice, do I? But the stakes are, I do what you ask, and you tell me every last thing I want to know. Naturally. Okay, now tell me what I need to do. Well, Mr. Hyde, even though I own this building, there's still something I have yet to find. I want you to find it for me. Care to be a bit more specific? Come on, Mr. Hyde. I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. The Scarlet Star? Fine, have it your way at Burger King. I suppose I should give you a hint to go with it. Here, take this. Kyle Hyde in the Chamber of Secrets, yes. It's a photo of Hotel Cape West from when it first opened. I take the 1950 hotel photo. You should have this as well. What's this? It was one of the things George left behind. I take the small key. Finally, there's this. I found it in George's things together with the key. It appears to be some sort of sketch of the 4th floor. Oh, what's this? If you look, it has 6 red circles marked on it. What could they mean? And there's something written on a corner of the sketch. The far side of the moon. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah. I take the 4th floor sketch. Mr. Hyde, how you use those things is entirely up to you. Yeah, I kind of figured that part out myself. Leave it to me. I'll find what you're after. And I'll be back to hear the rest of what you've got to tell me, too. Mr. Hyde, I leave Mags's room. The things Mags was never able to find must be that hidden chamber. Looks like I'm drawing closer to what I've been looking for. The clues are in the sketch, the photo, and the key. Now I think about it, this isn't the only photo of the hotel I have. Maybe I should compare them side by side. Okay. There's a missing window. That's easy. That's it, I've got it. There's a window that's missing from the newer photo. I'm positive the hidden chamber is between the elevator and room 406. But how the hell am I going to get to it? There have to be more clues up on the 4th floor. Okay. Let's see. So we got to go to the 4th floor and look at the sketches. We'll start there. Let's see. So hang on. What's the 4th floor sketch? Let me look at that. The far side of the moon. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna snip this so I can just see it and have access to it. Just a second. Bear with me. There we go. I found it. Okay, so we got that. That'll be helpful. And so let's start at the end of the hallway. Because it looks like there's something here. Let's see, the window's encrusted with dust. Aha! There's a small condor mark engraved in the window frame. There's a condor mark here. Considering the way it looks, it might have something to do with the markings on the 4th floor sketch. Better scribble this down. Oh, okay. I copied the condor mark into my notebook. Guess I'd better have a look at the other rooms. Alright.
Okay, I'm starting to figure this out. Alright. Sort of. Alright, let's go into 401. Do I have to use the key? I'm assuming so. Fourth floor keys. Yep. Unlock room 401. So it is over here. Wait, over here? No, it's on the bed. Okay. Glad they kept the bed. Huge bed. Mattress could really do with being turned. There it is. Headboard is a small engraving of a condor on it. There's a condor mark engraved here too. Noting it down. 2. Alright, copy the condor mark into my notebook. Huh? This condor's head is turned in a different direction. Okay, so there is a direction. The head direction, and it's also telling us the order you have to do it in, whatever it is. I think it's what's on the other sketch, is the idea. Okay, 406 has nothing, so 402 is next. And we'll key it up. Fourth floor keys. Take out the fourth floor, yep. Opening it up. And it should be over here on the dresser. There's an old-looking closet. Nothing inside. Except, there it is. Small condor mark. Got it. Better note this down. Okay, cool. Yep. And then we're going to do the next one. Okay. 403. We'll go ahead and do this again. It sure would be nice if we could just automatically, like, assume we're using the keys and go through. But, whatever. Is it on the... It's probably on the chair, is looking at the location. So let's see. Wooden chair, leather covering's getting pretty tattered. And there she is! 6! Okay. Or no, 4. I was reading it wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy the condor mark. Got it. Those are not subtle markings. I'm surprised Kyle didn't notice them prior to this. Nor did Frank. Is Frank the worst detective ever? Possibly. Though we're kind of bad at this too. Okay, this is the desk. So it's on the desk. Small desk, nothing inside, but there it is. Small condor. Yep. Better note this down. There it is. Got it. Yep. There's number 5. And then the final one, because I'm figuring this out, is going to be number 6 over here in 405. Wait, nothing. This is like a bad knock-knock joke, and I'm the punchline. Oh no. Is it locked? Not without a key. Yeah. 4th floor keys. There we go. Alright, we've unlocked room 405. Now... Wait, the key is in the dresser over here. This dresser's in desperate need of some attention from a feather duster. There we go. There's a small condor mark. There's a condor mark. Better jot this down. And we got the last one. Copied the condor mark into my notebook. Alright, all of them are pointing in different directions. I'm gonna do a snip of this as well. There we go. Because I would like to see this when I'm comparing notes. So we got all the condor marks, so we don't need that anymore, but I want to see this. Okay, looks like I got all the circle marks that were indicated on the sketch. Now to try and figure out what the 6 condors mean, and also to try and work out what that note on the sketch was for. Okay, the moon one, let's see. Small key, the photo, we already did that. The moon postcard. Better take a look on the post. The other side of the moon. Right. Yep. Okay.
I don't get this at all. What's this supposed to mean?
Well, this is a compass. So, hang on. 3, 1. Okay, so. Okay, so. 3, 1, 6. Wait. Wait, hang on. That's these are all elevator buttons. These are elevator buttons. Okay. So there. Okay, we got it. So let me note this down. From what I think, I'm gonna write down what I think is the code. So I think it is 3, 1, 3. No, R, because 3/open, R/3. 4 would be 6/open. 5 would be would be 2. Well, A is not even on there. And then 6 would be the closed door, right? Yeah. So, got it. I got the order. So this is the elevator. We got to go to the elevator, don't we? I got it figured out, I think.
Some of these symbols, I can't help but think I've seen them somewhere before.
Like on the elevator? Yeah. Now, here's the fun thing, because there's an indication that the secret room is right over here. Right? But we can't... Let's see.
The wallpaper's dirty and has been begun to show creases. According to the sketch, the secret room is beyond this wall.
Yep.
It doesn't look like there's anything out of the ordinary here, though. Looks like I'm gonna have to find another way in.
Alright, the Chamber of Secrets is gonna be, elevator? So we go in through the elevator? That's really bizarre. But anyway, let's call the elevator up. Sure, good thing Dylan fixed this for us. Okay, here it comes. Alright, head on in, Kyle. We got this. So, I'm gonna do an examine. And that little key, I bet it unlocks the 4 there that's been locked this whole time.
Moment of truth. Time to use this key.
Yep. Cool. As soon as I do, something from behind the cover falls to the ground.
What the? The buttons come off. But was designed to do that.
Oh no, it's Luigi's Mansion again. Oh, what's this?
There's a tiny switch in the place where the button came off. What's this? It looks like some sort of control switch. I switch it on.
Alright. Yep, here we go. We gotta press it in order. So, hang on. So, let's do 3, 1, roof, open door, 2, closed door. Oh, we did it first try!
Huh? The elevator starts to move.
I was thinking about it. Oh, there's like a half floor?
Wait, it stopped. Where is this? Looking at the dial, it seems to have stopped between the 4th floor and the roof. Why has it stopped here? Huh? What was that noise?
This?
There's an L-shaped bench in the corner of the elevator. A small hatch is opened up from the side of it.
So this is where they kept the stolen stuff and then they'd sell it from here. Oh! Where's the Condor key? Condor key. There it is. There it is.
Maybe if I try the key. I placed the condor key into the keyhole. It worked! I lift up the side panel of the bench. What's this? Looks like a hidden entrance of some sort.
Wait, what?
Looks like it goes in quite a way. Nothing for it but to go in.
So wait, people had to crawl through here? No way. I hate that.
Alright, found it.
This looks remarkably like the secret room in the previous game.
There's no mistaking it. This must be the place. This is where Condor sold their stolen jewelry. Right. Time to look around.
Well, that's an awful way to come in. Let's see.
A load of papers are scattered about on the desk. And there's a Kindle ledger on top of the table.
Kyle said the tunnel went on for a while. Maybe it is the same room. He's back in Hotel Dusk. Dunning Smith is going to come down.
What could this have been used for? Let's see. First page of the ledger shows dates, transactions, and code words. Gold, silver, and scarlet. Looks like I've struck the mother lode here. It's an item-by-item list of jewel sales.
Perfect. Condor Records, we got them, baby. All right, what about this?
It's an inkwell. It won't open. The ink must have hardened. Some sheets of writing paper have been left here. Damn, the handwriting's too smudged to read.
Otherwise, it would have said Hugh Speck is behind it all.
A large wooden desk with a drawer. I'll see what's inside.
What do we got?
Inside the drawer is an old brown envelope. Is there something inside? What's this? Out of the envelope comes a small metal badge. At a closer glance, it appears to bear the words, Los Angeles Police. It's an LAPD badge. Why the hell would something like this be hidden here? Yeah, there's something else inside the envelope. Out of the envelope comes an old photo. The photo shows 3 men. As I stare at the photo, I realize that I recognize the man wearing a hat on the right.
Oh, it's George Patrice. Yeah.
It's him.
That man.
It's George Patrice. On the left-hand side of the photo, there's a man wearing a tuxedo. He's got a name tag pinned to his chest. A tag. Written plainly underneath the hotel's emblem next to the word manager is the name Michael McGrath. I see. So this is Michael McGrath. There's a worried-looking man in the center who George has his arm around. Who is that man? I stare at that man in the photo. Suddenly there's a flash of realization, and I know who he is. I recall where I saw him before. He was featured in that TV show. That's Hugh Speck, isn't it? Yep. I'll be damned. It's a young Hugh Speck. The photo shows just how Hugh Speck and Condor are connected. Now I think I know the meaning of the police badge too. It's for collateral, and as a sign of his devotion to their cause. I take the old photo and police badge.
Oh boy. We can really mess Speck up here. What's this?
3 marker pens in different colors. Red, black, and blue.
Typewriter.
I'm not going to try typing on this thing. Dust would fly everywhere. Must have been a really long time since this was last used. Can't even save my game because the ink's gone dry. There's a clock on the desk, but the hands have stopped. Kind of sad, really. There's an old-fashioned telephone on the desk. No cord, though. Guess I won't be making any long-distance calls.
Nice. So is there more to look at? What's in the crate? Crates? Or the table? Can't look at the table. What's this?
Ooh, it's a framed picture of the classic card designs for the Aces. Looks really old.
Okay. What's the deal with that? Is there another puzzle to get in this thing? Oh boy. What else we got?
There's a framed painting on the wall. But what's this? Switch it on. Wow. Damn, that's bright. What's the story with this?
Ah, it's shining a light over it. Oh, there's a condor.
It's a framed picture of the classic card designs. Interesting. A shadow of a condor has appeared underneath the cards.
And there, framed picture. Okay, what do I do with it? Condor, small key. I already used the condor key. The condor records. So what's the deal? Let's see. I guess we can look at the table.
3 hands of cards sitting face down on the table. They look like they've been left mid-game. For quite a while, too, judging from the dust.
Poker chips, right. Phoenix Wright was here. Oh no. I just know it.
There's a dartboard on the wall. No darts in it, though. Never mind, I'm more of a billiards man anyway.
Of course. Let's see. Oh, hang on. That's a lighthouse, right?
There's a framed painting on the wall. A light is shining from a point on the painting. A point, huh? The painting is of a ship traversing the waves while a lighthouse guides the way. The light from the lighthouse. Surely this can't be...
Oh, the lighthouse up the roof! The diamonds on the roof? Let's go.
This room's a gold mine for clues. I better search some more.
What? What else do I have to look up? Let's see. Can I look at the crates? There we go.
Some wooden boxes with text stamped on them piled up. They're nailed shut.
Okay.
Sofa, looks like some of the colors rubbed away.
Yeah. Is that it? Chairs? Poker table is surrounded by wooden chairs. Yeah, we got the boxes already. Nailed shut. We got chairs. They're very dirty and look unstable.
Yeah, I think I'll just stand.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the desk some more, I guess. Everything in the large wooden desk. We've already gotten the documents out that we needed. A lamp that clips onto the edge. Looks like it should be part of interrogation. All right. What are we missing clue-wise? Wait, should I look at this again? Now that Kyle has gotten a clue? Frame picture. And there you go.
There's the shadowy outline of the condor on the wall. What's up with the shadow? The beak of the condor was pointing at a card. What could it be trying to say?
That it's pointing to a diamond? A diamond, eh? But, let's see. Now can we leave?
I'll leave the hidden chamber.
Okay. Kyle had to have that realization. Got it.
A picture containing a working lighthouse. There's only one place I know in this apartment that's got a lighthouse. The roof. This is it. Time to get myself up there. I push the button for the roof. Huh?
It's on.
The light is on in the lighthouse.
So that controls the lighthouse light too? That's crazy.
Let's see. There's a majestic lighthouse monument on the roof. A light is shining from it.
Okay. Anything? There's a majestic lighthouse. Is the light shining on anything? Let's see. Oh. Right. That's a condor. And it's pointing right here. Oh my gosh.
There's a shadow being cast on the brick wall thanks to the light from the lighthouse.
Right on that.
The condor's shadow's beak is stretching across the bricks. The surface of the brickwork is slightly dirty. This is some Batman Riddler-esque kind of stuff. Strange, this brick looks newer than the others. Oh, break it! Break it! Break it! Yeah. Oh, that's it! That's the Scarlet Star. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. I've got it. This is it. The Scarlet Star. I finally got my hands on the Scarlet Star. The coldness of the beautifully shining jewel spreads through my hand. Item: locate the Scarlet Star, which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. So this is the thing you've been searching for, is it, Will McGrath? And with it comes the truth of what happened all those years ago. Yep. And then he went for it and got shot. And then it ended up... My dad made a promise with Frank to enable him to leave his shady past behind. He snuck into the manager's office, cracked open the safe, and stole the Scarlet Star. He was then supposed to go to the window and signal to Frank using his flashlight. But the response to the signal never came. Then Michael McGrath arrived on the scene, and he shot and killed my dad. Yep, there it is. Okay. Huh. Maybe when he died, he was clutching this very thing in his hands. My grip on the Scarlet Star tightens as I think of my dad's dying moments. The jewel gradually starts to grow warmer in my hands. It feels as though the stone is transcending the 25 years since it was held by him, bringing us together again. As I dwell on this, I feel a warm, melting kind of sensation from it. Looks like I'll be fulfilling that requirement of that order after all. Time to give this to the one person left who bears responsibility for Kathy's death. Huh? Is it Mags? Is she here already? The elevator opens and somebody emerges. Is that... Yep. Mags? Oh. Mr. Hyde. I assume I have you to blame for switching the lighthouse on, do I? Yeah, I did it all right. Then I must also assume that you entered that room. What? Just how did you know that there was a switch inside the room in the first place? What happened to you not even knowing where that place was? I apologize. But I lied. Oh! Naturally, I was aware of what that room contains, too. Why did you lie? Yeah. If you knew about the hidden chamber, why did you need to lie? Let's just say I had no intention of discussing my knowledge of that room with anybody. I breathed a sigh of relief when I decided to sell off the building, safe in the knowledge that the secret would disappear once the building is demolished. I suppose, looking back, I was hoping for a little too much. I never imagined you'd take to snooping around and looking into the building's past. Then, Mr. Hyde, when you came round looking for information, I thought to myself, I can't keep hiding it if he's found out this much. So I had to decide. On the other one hand, I could leave while everything was still shrouded in secrecy, or I could risk letting everything come to light. It was essentially a gamble. What do you mean a gamble? A gamble to see if you'd be able to find that room or not. So you gambled everything on me and whether I'd find it? Precisely. And it seems it ended just as I expected. Okay. What were you trying to hide? Kyle Hyde. What were you trying to hide? The crimes that he committed, of course. His time as Condor's ringleader, the stolen jewelry and illegal sales. Not to mention keeping it all under the LAPD's radar, despite one of them being involved. And lastly, the unfortunate killing of Kathy. The crimes committed by George here in this very building, they needed to be kept hidden. All of them. And I intended to do just that. I was planning to take these truths with me to the grave. But as we can both see, that proved futile. Yeah, sure did. So how did you think it would end? How did you think it would end? I was fully aware that there was little hope I'd keep everything secret. I knew that if anyone could find that room, it would be you. So you appreciated what was at stake should you lose your gamble? Yes, but as soon as we started talking about the secret room, my mind was made up. If you found the room, I would lose my gamble. Okay? And then I'd need to let you in on everything I knew. If you failed, however, then I wouldn't need to talk to you on the subject any further. Then my gamble would have paid off. Okay. What made you think I'd find it? I knew it would take a focused individual, and you more than fitted that description. I could see it in your eyes. Damn right I'm focused. You don't think I'd waste my time looking around this place without good reason, do you? No, of course not. I was truly surprised when you came to me and told me what you knew about 25 years ago. The fact that the safecracker Michael shot turned out to be your father. I doubt anybody could have anticipated that one. Yeah, what are the odds, huh? Maybe I knew, Mr. Hyde, even as you arrived at my room today. I knew what was going to happen. Somewhere deep down, I must have realized that you would uncover the whole thing. Tell me something, Mr. Hyde. Have you found everything you were looking for? Yeah, I think I have. Michael's 13-year-old diary, the proof that connects the LAPD and Condor, even the Scarlet Star. I've uncovered them all. You found the Scarlet Star? Certainly did. Michael McGrath left some helpful clues behind. They led me to the hidden chamber and helped me get it. I have it now. Is that so? Here, take a look. So this is the Scarlet Star? Sure is. Your late husband didn't take the disappearance of it lightly and killed Kathy as a result. The Scarlet Star going missing was where this whole horrible ordeal began. Not quite. Condor's theft of the Scarlet Star in the first place is where it really started. If George Patrice was still alive, I'd be showing the thing to him. And we'd be having a very frank chat about his crimes. A Frank Raver chat. I'm sure you would. But as he's no longer with us, that will never happen. True. Same with Michael. You can have this back now, Mr. Hyde. What? I was only concerned with keeping it hidden, not keeping it from myself. Since you found it, you've earned the right to keep it. In fact, everything you found is as good as yours. The room, and all its contents. Which, by extension, means that disposing of all of it also falls to you. And you're sure about this? I am. I understand. Okay, then. I suppose it's time for me to tell you everything. Oh boy. Will you listen to what I have to say, Mr. Hyde? All of it. Will you let me tell you about my foolishness in loving an evil man? I first met him when I was 19 years old. I was a dancer back then, and he was part of a band. I knew from the start that he was a bad person. He brought a different woman with him each time and used to keep dubious company. Despite all this, I fell for him. But as soon as we began to live together, something became very apparent to me. I knew that I'd need to get used to dealing with times I loved him and times I detested him. The strangest thing was, the more I became accustomed to the jealousy I felt, the more my desire toward him grew. It was a very strange position to be in. When he started dipping his feet into the world of crime, I began thinking that I needed to know everything he was involved in. So yes, before you say it, by keeping his wrongdoings secret, I became an accomplice. The feeling of guilt that arose from all the crimes was what chained us together. But inevitably, that wasn't a strong enough bond to keep our marriage alive. He became more and more distant from me as his feelings faded, until finally I could see there was no hope for a future together. Eventually, he and Kathy went on to betray me and Michael. And despite having full knowledge of their intimacy, there was no fuss made. I was perfectly content to just sit back and watch, now that my feelings had subsided. But after Kathy was murdered, and I saw the taunting smile that appeared on his face, as he told me that I was going to have to keep one more secret, I finally started to realize that I'd made a grave mistake. I was partly responsible for the man he'd become. It came to me in a flash. I was the only person who'd be able to put an end to his misdeeds once and for all. And so, on that day, I planned to shoot him using his own gun. But as it turned out, I wasn't to become a murderer that night after all. Somebody else had crept in, pointed a gun, and shot George instead. We don't know this. Who was it? It was none other than his friend, Michael. Oh! When the deed was done, he looked me in the eye before striking me down with the gun. He woke up after being out cold. The first thing I noticed was that the gun that shot George was grasped in my right hand, with the now lifeless body of my husband laid out before me. He had died with the most atrocious look of pain across his face. One thing went through my mind as I stared at his dead eyes. Enough. He had gotten nothing short of what he deserved for the crimes he committed. I made one final promise to his agonized face then. I vowed that I would keep his secrets even after his death and not tell a soul. I intended to take those secrets with me into the next life, but from then on I felt very much like a ship lost at sea, with no lighthouse to guide me home. I drifted aimlessly in the darkness, tossed endlessly by the waves. You know what happened after that. I was arrested and held on suspicion of murder. I eventually faced that grueling trial. Despite my predicament, I remained silent and told the police and lawyers nothing. Do you know why I chose not to reveal the truth, Mr. Hyde? Well, I'll tell you. I wanted them to find me guilty. That's why. I felt it was only fitting. After all, I was fully intent on extinguishing George's life myself that night. But it seems that greater powers than my own were at work then. Somehow, the court found me innocent of the crime. And the money I inherited from George enabled me to buy the hotel. Part of the reason I snapped this place up was to maintain the secrecy, but I also felt that if I lived here, the lighthouse would help me be my guide and help me traverse the waves and survive the darkness. Looking back, maybe I was just clinging on to my foolish ideals. But the fact remains, I failed in my attempt to keep what he did secret. And that brings us right back to where here and now, where I'm telling you everything. And that's the end, Mr. Hyde. There is no more. I expect you're overwhelmed with anger at this foolish woman's confession, am I right? I really wish I hadn't needed to tell anybody what I've told you. You're kidding, right? I beg your pardon. Surely you've been wanting to offload this entire thing onto somebody for years. I mean, keeping all this pent up for so long and all. You must have been dying to tell anybody who'd listen.
Kyle going into therapist mode.
Mr. Hyde. I admit it, you're right. I've been languishing in my guilt for what seems like an eternity. I just couldn't see through it to the end. I know I made the decision by myself, but I just wanted to put my love for another ahead of my own feelings. I never thought doing so could lead to this much turmoil. It's true. I've been feeling like this for quite some time now. I desperately wanted someone I could sit down and talk to. It's been so horrible! As I stare at Mags crying her eyes out, I think to myself, there must be so many people around the world forced to keep burdens on their own. And one thing's for sure, I'm one of them. Knowing the truth behind my dad's death and uncovering the hidden deeds behind it still doesn't go far to erase the unbearable things I have going around my mind. I understand the pain she's feeling, I really do. Now she's in front of me in tears after telling me everything. After spending all that time keeping an unbearable truth to herself. The more she cries, the easier the burden will become, though. It'll never truly disappear. I suppose the least I can do is wait quietly here until she's done crying. Mrs. Patrice, you stay there much longer, and it catch your death. Here, I'll help you up. Thank you, but I'm fine, Mr. Hyde. I can stand on my own. I have never needed anybody's help, and I have no intention of changing that now. Meg stands up and knows that there are no longer any tears in her eyes. Her eyes are now fixed on the light bursting forth from the lighthouse. We just stand and stare. Silently, we gaze up at the lighthouse. Soon we'll be leaving this lighthouse behind forever. Or I'll be okay without it to guide me through the darkness. Mags continues to mutter things to herself. I'm unable to respond. I just continue staring up at the lighthouse without saying a word.
$11 p.m.
Even though Mags has left the roof, I'm still standing around here. I don't feel like dragging myself back to my room. I decide to take one last trip to the 4th floor. I enter room 406 and open the curtains. I brush aside the dust that's covering the window and peer outside. Through the dirty window, I observe the scene beyond. The cold, damp view I'm so accustomed to seeing. The picturesque city at night. I never thought I'd see the last view my dad ever laid eyes on. But of course what my dad saw must have been slightly different. 25 years has passed since my dad was killed. I'm now the age he was then. Standing in the same room and looking out the same window. What did he see when he stared out through it? What was he expecting to see? I may have uncovered what happened then, but I'll never know what he was thinking. There is one thing I know for certain, though. He was standing by this window because he made a choice. A choice which was made with me and Mom in mind. I closed the curtains and let the memory of my dad rest at last.
Oh, it's the next day.
It's my phone. I reach out from beneath the covers of my bed and make a move to grab the receiver. Hello?
Morning, Kyle.
Hey.
Oh,
I got a call from Ed last night. He told me everything. Seems you've been keeping things from me. Wait, what? It's not like that. I wasn't keeping anything from you.
then why didn't you just tell me yourself? I mean, Ed going to hospital is pretty serious and all. Going to the hospital, you Brits.
Oh, right. That.
What else would it be? Is there something else you're not telling me?
No, of course not. I didn't feel it's the right time to let Mom know about the truth behind Dad's death. I guess I can't put it off forever, though.
Ed told me something nice too, though. He said you're not the good-for-nothing you used to be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Relax, it's just his way of paying you a compliment. Besides, I was really happy to hear him say it.
Listen, Mom.
Yes? Oh, is he gonna say it?
You remember the chat we had a couple of days ago? The one about why you and Dad were together?
Yes, I remember.
Well, I've been doing some thinking since then about Dad. If I can put his crimes into the past, I'd like to come and visit you. Maybe then you could tell me some more about him.
I'd be happy to, Kyle.
All right. I turn on the tap, splash some water on my face, and throw on some clothes. Time to give Rachel a call.
Red Crown, how may I help you?
It's me.
Morning, handsome.
I'm done with that order.
You mean you found the item?
Yeah, that and the truth from 25 years ago.
Should I pass you over to Ed?
No need. I'll probably come into the office later anyway. Best give Ed a heads up first, though.
Will do.
So, guess I'll see you then.
I'll be waiting, Kyle.
Before I do anything else, I'd better fill Frank in on what happened yesterday. I head to room 302.
All right. I'm glad you're not the bad guy, Frank. Mr. Hyde!
Hi, Frank.
What did you find out in the end? Did you manage to uncover anything significant?
Yeah, you could say that. That's why I'm here, actually.
Please, tell me what you know.
I gained access to the hidden chamber Condor used for their secret sales.
A hidden chamber?
That's what I said. Seems there's been a secret room here ever since the place was a hotel. Wasn't easy to find, though. The only way to get in was via a secret hatch in the elevator.
I'm stunned. So you actually entered this chamber?
Damn right I did. And not just that, I found some pretty interesting things there. They should be just what you've been looking for.
What?
Here. Mr. Hyde, could this be? It's a ledger containing all the details of the jewel sales that Condor made. I believe this pretty much covers what you've been trying to find, am I right?
And these?
What you have there is a picture showing Hugh Speck, together with Condor, and an LAPD badge. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this should provide you with enough evidence to nail Speck.
Mr. Hyde! I thank you.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. Please understand how emotional this is for me. I'd hoped for this day for such a long time now. It's been quite a wait. Mr. Hyde,
Thanks to your efforts, I now have all the proof I need to take that man down. The rest you can safely leave to me. Break a leg. Just one thing, though, Frank. What is it? Once you've blown the whistle on Spec, what'll you do next? Where are you gonna go after this?
What? Worried that this old man might have nowhere to go? Please don't trouble yourself with such worries. I've got no wish to throw myself into the care of my children. In fact, after Hugh Speck's wrongdoing has been exposed to the world, I intend to move to Idaho and live out my days there. Okay.
Idaho?
Yes. A colleague of mine from the force has a farm there. He's been telling me for years to come down and visit. It's about time I took him up on it.
Sounds like you're all set. Let's make a deal then. I gave you the proof you've been after, and you promised to send me some of the potatoes you're gonna grow down there.
Deal! I'll be sure to send some your way. Cal got some potatoes. Got me a potato. Now I must be going.
Frank returns to his room. That ties that one up. Now I'd better think about visiting an estate agency before heading to the office.
Alright. Let's see, is Dylan around? Hey, Dylan.
Nope, no one's coming.
Can we go into his room still?
Locked.
Okay, so Dylan's gone. What about Charles? You around, Charles? Yeah, there we go.
Good morning, Mr. Hyde. When are you leaving this place, Charles?
I'll be going on the 29th.
I see. Do you have any plans to go back to France?
Not yet.
What?
I want to stay here in LA and study some more. I'm going to try and convince my grandfather to let me stay for one more year.
You think you can get him on board?
Well, if I can, I intend to work and pay my own tuition fees. No more allowances from him.
Sounds like a plan. Doesn't sound like it's gonna be easy, but knowing you, you'll find a way.
I hope so.
Anyway, see you later. Charles goes back inside his room.
What about 306? Is Will around? I'm guessing not.
Knocking ain't gonna get me anywhere, it seems.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone, Zo. All right.
There's no answer. Looks like Marie's kept her part of the bargain and headed to the station.
Oh, that's good. So she's gone. Good. How about Betty? Got anything to say to us, Betty?
There's no answer. Looks like Betty's not at home.
All right. How about Tony? Who's there?
It's me, Kyle.
Oh, Hyde! Sorry, man, but I'm about to go out.
I see.
Okay. Well, thanks, Tony. Glad I gave you that $1,000. Can't even say bye to me.
Mr. Hyde, says somebody. Huh?
Oh! Good morning, Mr. Hyde.
What's up? You seem chirpier than usual, if that's possible. Can you guess? Come on, tell me, what's up?
My mom's here. She's chatting with Dad right now.
Is that so?
Yes! And what's more, they seem to be getting along really well. I don't want to jinx it, but this could be their second chance.
Well, let's hope your luck's in.
I got you to thank for this, Mr. Hyde.
Me? What did I do?
Well, you and Dad talked about it, didn't you? You told him few families actually manage to get back together, and that there are lots that really want to but simply can't.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing I'd say.
That is what you said. I remember that. Claire?
Mm-hmm.
Dad! Well, hey there, Mr. Hyde.
Hi, Sydney.
Dad, where's Mom?
It's no use, Claire. I don't think I can handle it on my own. I run out of things to say when it's just the two of us.
Dad, Mom's not expecting the world, you know. Just be yourself.
But Claire...
Just take it slowly and try not to get flustered. Don't try to rush through it. Enjoy the time you have together. Claire, anyway, I've got to go get back to the cafe. You better think about heading back too, unless you want to keep Mom waiting.
Yeah, fair enough. See you later, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, bye. Claire walks back into the cafe.
This whole thing isn't as easy as it looks.
Sydney, I think you'd better do what Claire says. After all, these things take time.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it my best shot. Dad! Guess that's my cue. Speak to you later, Mr. Hyde.
Sydney heads back to the cafe.
Alright, anything to say from Mags before we leave?
Yo, Hyde!
Huh?
There he is. Whoa! Word up, home slice! What
The heck? What's up with you? Carrying your guitar around with you at this time in the morning?
Got me a job!
No kidding, a job?
It's okay, Hyde. You don't have to get so emotional. I got a gig. The venue's a bit small, but they picked me up after hearing my song on the radio. I've been signed up to play from today for a whole week, you know?
That's great, man. Good for you.
There's just one little hitch. They want me to play them something totally new on the last day, which is cool and all, but I don't have any new material. I've been going over it in my head, but I'm coming up with zilch.
Cut the crap. Stop worrying about it and just do it.
What?
I'm pretty sure that if you put your mind to it, you can write something new. You know how tough life can get. You've got a nice girl. You've even been knocked out. Surely you've got no end of subject matter to work with.
You know what? You're right. Guess I better give it a shot.
How you feeling after last night anyway?
A lot better now. No sleep spray's gonna keep me down. How about you? How'd the treasure hunt go?
Treasure hunt? I'm finished with that now.
Yeah? You're done?
Turns out the information wasn't entirely truthful.
What do you mean?
It was all devised by some shady types to get us to play their game.
So we were taken out by those same shady characters?
Right. And that's why I decided to get out while I still could. Better not to pry into it.
Damn, that's serious stuff. So I guess all our dreams about becoming stinky rich have gone up in smoke, huh?
Guess they have.
Oh yeah, Hyde. I'm gonna be recording my demo tape tomorrow.
So you got yourself a studio?
Sure did. That $1,000 you gave me was plenty to set up a real sweet place. Oh, I'm glad they brought that up. I was like, when are we bringing this up?
Glad to hear it.
You and me both. And once I got my sound recorder and a demo tape, the sky's the limit.
One step closer to your dream, I suppose.
Hey, Hyde, I just want you to know. As soon as I got the cash, I'm gonna pay you back. Every last penny.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Cut me some slack, man. I'm being serious here. Uh-oh. Whoa!
Hello, Mr. Wolf. Long time no see. I trust you are well.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Your timing's perfect, actually. I was hoping to ask you something.
What is it?
Regarding your rent. I was just curious to when you'll be settling the total amount you still owe me.
I'm sorry about that, but it's cool because I'm going to pay it all off soon. I got some work that's going to be bringing in the cash, so don't you worry. You'll get your rent soon enough.
I see. You seem quite confident about it. I'm prepared to take you at your word. Please come and see me once you're in a position to settle your debt.
Thanks, Mrs. Patrice.
Hey, Tony, aren't you supposed to be somewhere?
Damn, you're right. I got to split. Wish me luck.
He's somewhat different from before, wouldn't you say?
He is.
He managed to look me in the eye and tell me straight. Much more confident. I feel a lot more inclined to believe what he says when his attitude is like that. Wonder what brought on this sudden change.
You're not so different yourself, you know.
What?
Well, like you, he's been weighed under by problems and couldn't get any help. Now he's overcome that, and you've seen the results.
I see your point.
Mrs. Patrice, what are you going to do with yourself after you leave this place?
I must confess I haven't really given the matter much thought, but now you mention it, maybe it's about time I did. Part of me wants to just get out of here, maybe on a cruise, Somewhere with a lighthouse to guide us at night. What do you think, Mr. Hyde? Maybe you'd care to join me?
I think I'll give it a miss. I'm not really one for long, drawn-out cruises.
I see. Well, that's probably for the best. Especially seeing as you have more pressing matters to attend to.
Meaning?
Well, like finding a new place to live, for one. It's only you and Mr. Wolf who are yet to decide on a place.
Maybe it is time I gotta move on.
I'd really appreciate it if you did. There's still a lot on my plate to take care of without having you to worry about. Though, I'm sure you appreciate that more than the others would.
Yeah.
Anyway, I must be going, Mr. Hyde.
Mags returns to her room. Okay, then. Time for me to head out, too. My pager. Take it easy. What's the hurry? I'll be there as soon as I can, Rachel.
Here we go. Hitting it just like before, yep. Is he putting the Scarlet Star in just in a mailbox? What did he do? Did he put the Scarlet Star in a mailbox? Just randomly? No way! Wow. Yeah, starring Kyle Hyde. Tony Wolf. Betty Meyer. Yeah, there's Charles, yep. Dylan, who we never heard back from. And Marie, yep. Rex. And Sydney. Then we got Claire. Ed. We have Rachel next. Rachel doesn't have a last name, it's just Rachel. Mila, who was in the game for one whole scene like I thought I remembered. And Will McGrath, using his real name. Yep. Frank Raver. And Margaret Mags Patrice. And then we got the staff credits after that. And then we'll see what happens at the end. But man, this was great. Pacing-wise, I think this game was an improvement over Hotel Dusk. The characters felt a little less, like, larger than life for some reason to me. Like, it felt really, like, just like people you'd run into, you know, in everyday life. Hotel Dusk, I don't know, had this kind of, like, magical realism feeling to it that, at least to me, that this game didn't quite have. But I'm okay with that, for the most part. Yeah, this is definitely a different kind of game. It's unfortunate that there's a bunch of seeds for, you know, further stories that will never get picked up on because, you know, this was Sing Studios' last game. As I understand it, they'd actually gone bankrupt as they were releasing this game and went out of business. Like, before this game even came out. because they were a Nintendo subsidiary. So Nintendo owns the rights to this series, and the people who made the game work at a different studio now, and they have said if Nintendo wants them to, they will make another Kyle Hyde game. Just waiting for Nintendo's call, so get on it, Nintendo. Stop suing people for using the concept of capturing animals and make us another Kyle Hyde game. Because I bought the Another Code collection, which was another series Sing did, on Switch, specifically to throw some money at Nintendo to indicate, yes, we do in fact want you to make another Kyle Hyde game. I hope I don't run into Dylan in real life. Me either, because it's like one of those horror films. It's like he's still out there somewhere. He is. Dylan is still out there, roaming. It's interesting that like he had a gun on him this entire time, and like I don't think there's any game overs that have to do with Dylan killing you, but that would be pretty funny. That would be very, very funny. Oh, all right. Developed by Sing. Copyright 2010, Nintendo. So it's been 15 years since this game came out. Dylan is just Bradley in a mask. Oh no! The final results of the election are now in. LA's new mayor is John Taylor. Okay. Born and bred in the locality, this man's steady campaign has won him the position. He shares a firm handshake with his running opponent, Hugh Speck. Speck, the runner-up of the campaign, had this to say. Regardless of the outcome, I will continue to represent the good of the people. We apologize for the interruption, but breaking news has just come in. The Museum of Natural History has received an anonymous donation. The donation consists of a large, pristine diamond. The diamond itself is a well-known jewel, the famous Scarlet Star. It was stolen from the French jeweler Charnay 25 years ago in Los Angeles. Experts examining the diamond recognized it as the Scarlet Star right away. Due to its distinctive appearance, it is an absolutely priceless stone. I repeat. The Museum of Natural History has received an anonymous donation. The end. Come on. We need a little bit more than that. Save your progress. Why? Oh, that's right, because you can do I apparently if you do like a new game plus, you get like slightly altered dialogue and stuff, but I'm not sure what else comes out of that. Oh, epilogue and extras added. Pinky Rabbit added. Nine Ball added. Wait, epilogue. Contents? Scarlet Star. Right. What's the epilogue? Is that from the book? I guess? From the start. Oh, that's the book. Okay. Nintendo and Sing. Oh, so we just started it over. Okay. Is that it then? For real? I guess it is. All right. Well, in that case, we will see you next time. So next time I'm going to be sort of quote-unquote remastering a game I did a couple years ago called 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's made by Chunsoft, who also... It's not, I think, the same people who made Danganronpa, but it's the same company that made Danganronpa. So it is a very bizarre visual novel where you are playing as a series of people during the course of one very crazy day. And the weirdest part about it is that the game is told through a series of text and then still images of like real people who are actually going around Shibuya. And it's like, I guess for a few days, they just like had a bunch of people in goofy outfits jumping all over Shibuya. So that should be fun. Anyway, Thank you for joining me for the Kyle Hyde duology, which maybe someday will be a trilogy, but our hope springs eternal. Anyway, have a good night. We'll see you later.